we get messages from our spirit animals and guides to just give us some inspiration, information that we need for our week ahead. So glad to see you here. Thank you so much as always for joining me. If you have not done so yet, or if you are new to the channel, I do invite you always to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know you enjoy the content here. We will be going through each one of our 12 zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces. Let me make sure I've got my little zodiac cards. Trying to get organized here, guys. Give me just a sec. There, we got them. I just always got to make sure these are here. These are definitely helpful to keep my place as I go through each sign. We'll be pulling a main spirit animal guide for each sign, as well as some tarot messages from my animal tarot, which is the Arc deck. I will be using today the, the Archangel Animal Oracle from Diana Cooper. Absolutely love her. She also makes an amazing dragon oracle. So yeah, she's really great. Spirit of the Animals Oracle. I will also be doing this one for our affirmations. And the tarot cards I always use are the Arc. That's what they're called, A-R-K. So that's the Arc Animal Tarot. So those are all the cards we're going to be using for today. Let's see, any extra messages I want to get out of the way before we start. As always, if you're interested in a personal reading, that information, my email address is down below in the description box. I will be opening up the chat for personal questions, mini readings after we do the 12 general reads. Those are a minimum $10 donation. So if you are interested in that for later in the stream, go ahead and get your name on the list. You can donate either through the super chat option there on YouTube, or you can make a donation through the PayPal link that is right below in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. And if anyone has questions, my amazing moderators are here, Krista and Gwen, under the name GD. They are both there. No, I don't think so, Gwen. I don't think anyone's on the list. I think Lori, she was just making a donation. So, but if she wants to read, I will do it for her, because she always donates. So yeah, no problems there. But yeah, so just let them know if you make a donation of $10 or more, you are eligible to ask a personal question, and I will do your reading as soon as we finish doing the 12 general reads for each one of the zodiac signs. So let's go ahead. As always, I'm going to burn some sage, some sweetgrass. We're going to open up the space and cleanse and clear it for our readings. I hope you guys are doing great. It is a rainy, kind of stormy, gloomy night here. It's been threatening to rain off and on all day. They keep saying it's going to rain, and then it's just kind of holding out on us. But it's definitely, it's stormy here. It's definitely very cloudy. It has been kind of all weekend, which has made it really sleepy feeling to me. Like I've just, like yesterday, I slept a lot. Like I just got into bed, took it easy, didn't really do a whole lot, which was kind of a good thing. You know, Capricorns, we don't know how to slow down. So, you know, I'm learning. I'm way better than I used to be, I have to say. I'm way better than I used to be about, you know, just turning my phone off and just, you know, chilling out. When I was a younger goat, I used to just, you know, and I can still do it. I mean, I got Mars and Capricorn too, on top of the sun and moon and Mercury, so I can certainly work myself quite a bit. I have very good strength that way, but you know, it's wise to take breaks, y'all. especially for my Capricorn-rifics out there. You know that, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get some tuning forks on this. Let's get a little good sonic vibration in here. Let's get that going. Hey, Silver Star, good to see you. We got the great mod. We got the mod squad here tonight. Got the three of them in here. We got the Powerpuff Girls. Charlie's Angels. We got the trio. Dragon's Angels. they're my angels. I send them on secret missions. Hey, Golden Goddess, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. All right, let's see what we got today, y'all. Well, tonight, yeah. It should be a lot brighter outside right now, but it is not. It is cloudy. It's threatening to rain. All right, we're going to start out tonight with Aries. All right, my Rams. My Rams. I hope you guys are doing great out there. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week and kind of a tough weekend, you know. Like I said, that Sun Pluto opposition, very, very heavy. Hey, Tasha, good to see you. Hey, Corianne, good to see you back. Yeah, that Sun Pluto opposition, Sun in Cancer, Pluto in Capricorn, very, very intense. I have been feeling it. I've been doing everything I can to just chill. It's not been easy, though. Not been easy. It's like, oh, you know, I literally, like, there's an astrology site that I subscribed to a long time ago, and they literally sent me an email about the Sun-Pluto opposition, and the title of the email was, "This is why we can't have nice things." I was like, oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. What we're feeling. I'm like, yeah. Well, you know, because the sun is our conscious mind, right? It's our consciousness. It's our ego awareness. It's part of the way we really express our identity, right? And it's that bright, warm part of ourselves. And then Pluto is very opposite that. You know, it's those deeper, darker, psychological, hidden aspects, and it's you know, pulls things up, and it brings us into you know, confrontation with those deepest, darkest parts of ourselves. It's, you know, it's really like the shadow and the light, you know, Sun and Pluto doing that opposition dance, and we're feeling that. I mean, really through, honestly, the rest of this week. The perfect opposition of that already has occurred over this weekend, but we are still feeling that because by degree, things are still in aspect 10 degrees or less apart. So we're really in it for the next, you know, 7 to 10 days. I would say that we're going to be feeling some of that. And so it's really important to just be very honest with yourself, to confront those deeper, more intense parts of the persona and the psyche, because they will come up. They will definitely come up. And the biggest crucial key is to not, you know, project that negatively onto others, but to take responsibility for it ourselves. Yes, it is. Definitely tread lightly. Be gentle with yourself, right? Because I would say whenever, you know, the sun is an aspect to Pluto or Saturn, there's always that real tendency to beat ourselves up in a tough way, or beat other people up if we're not being very aware of our own emotional and psychological processes, right? You know, the tendency for projection onto others is high as well. So it's a great time to do, you know, shadow work, psychological work, inner work. I've definitely been noticing that. So absolutely, I may be getting a reading with somebody. I gotta find someone. I can read for myself pretty well, but I also love to have people check in on me. Some readers say they don't read for themselves very well. If I get in a good, calm place, I can read myself actually quite well, funny enough. But if you're really emotional, it's hard, right? You know, if you're feeling a lot of heavy emotions, it can be really more of a challenge. You have to get in a more meditative and very kind of almost detached mode to read for yourself, in my opinion. That's, you know. Hey, Bright Feather. Oh, nice. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I always like to hear about new channels. I really like to support the smaller channels. I can't help it because, you know, they're the ones that usually need it, and a lot of times they're really awesome. Like, you know, my hair. Guys, my hair. It's... I promise I wash it. Promise I do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I always like to hear from... Thanks, Quad. Yeah, my hair has always been a weird thing for me my whole life. It doesn't listen, and I'm not like I'm not a fussy hair person. Oh, I hate like having to mess with it, and I'm low maintenance on hair. I've heard, yeah, passionate heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always blame the weather. Well, you know, living in the South, you know, the humidity is always a factor. So, you know, you can never have like decent hair. That's why there's that whole joke about Southern women always having like, you know, a hairspray helmet, because that's like the only way you can keep it from being crazy. I used to, well, thanks, Korean. I don't get it cut anywhere. Like, I'm such a Capricorn that way. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on my hair. Like, no, I cut it myself. I color it myself. I don't, I do not go to a salon because I'm so cheap. I do use good hair products. It's funny enough, but way back in the 90s, before I started completely working for myself, I did work in a hair salon for 3 years. And it was actually one of the most funny jobs that I ever had. If the boss had been a little nicer, and it just had been a, you know, a situation where I could have like had pay raises, because they basically, like, they said, we're not raising your pay anymore after a certain level. I would have probably stayed a little longer, but it was an absolute trip. I still to this day am friends with some of the people I worked with in that salon. And I was, you know, I was like a receptionist, you know, manage the front, manage the inventory, you know, take care of the customers, all that kind of stuff. But the people were a trip. And we definitely had those, like, you know, Southern Belle Buffy's coming in there for their blowout and their hairspray helmet. So it was just, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how hilarious that job was. It was so damn funny. Like, I have stories from that place. I really should write them down. It was just a trip. So yeah. Southern women and their hair. It's a thing. It's a real funny thing. And a lot of the older women have never gotten over, like, the big hair. Like, big hair. Oh boy. I saw it all. I saw it all working in that place. it was quite an experience. A hair raising experience, for sure. The one thing, like, and it's funny because the one thing I remember, like, everybody, like, cause I mean, you want to get some really like upset people. I'll say that, in my opinion, the two hardest businesses to be in are anything to do with hair or food. It's like that is where people are going to get the fussiest, angriest, most worked up is about food or hair. It's so true. And so, yeah, I mean, they would put me on the phone to calm people down because I have a nice, smooth voice, and I would, really make sure they knew they were being taken care of. So they'd always put me on the phone to calm people down. They were like, if someone was really upset, they were like, get Ariel, put her on the phone because they're upset. I'm like, all right, I'll calm them down. It'll be all right. And funny enough, that was actually where I started really doing some of my first astrology work, like professionally. That's where I was really practicing a lot, because that's when I was really, I was taking my astrology classes and getting really deep into it. And so a lot of those folks that were, clients in the salon were some of my very first, like, astrology clients. It's actually funny to think about that, but it's true. All right, guys. Let's get back to it. Sorry, I went on a hair talk. Oh, we got one. Oh gosh. Remove. Let's see. Yeah. That was interesting. I don't think we've ever had one quite like that. Darn. Yeah. That was over the top. All right, and now it's starting to rain. Here it comes. We're gonna have a little storm going on. Thanks, Corianne. I appreciate that. Yeah, we should definitely report stuff like that because that's not cool at all. Like, I have to report a lot of almost always whenever I do a pre-recorded video and I put them up. There's always like some, you know, it's like spam. There's a lot of like they'll try to post links. I've also had a lot of I've had a couple readers. Yeah, here we go. It's like yeah, we've just got so much. Yeah, I think they're making their rounds. There's a couple like these accounts that just. This is why you can't do live streams without moderators. That's why. That's why we need you very much. Yeah. They're just making their rounds. It's that's some of these accounts. They just go through whoever's live streaming at any given time, and they do that crap. Yeah, whether it's porn or just scammers, religious zealots. What other kind? We get all kinds. Sometimes they're making like personal comments about me. It's like you get a you get a variety. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get back to it, guys, after our interesting hair discussion there. Aries. Let's start out with Aries. So, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our fabulous Aries this evening. What messages do you have for them for their highest good? And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week ahead. Ooh, I like it. We're starting out with the shark. Aries, get your shark on. Yeah, all right. Sharks have long been one of my favorite animals. I love them from the time I was like a young teenager. So lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. I love that because Aries, you are a warrior spirit very, very strongly. And so I do feel that, you know, this is like blending, you know, calm, you know, peace. Yeah, I think of sharks as being very graceful, you know, the way they move, the way that they, you know, glide through the water. They're very graceful, they're very quick, they're very stealthy. They're master hunters. They really are. So this could also be telling you it's time to be very savvy about what you're hunting down in life, right? If there's something that you really want, some goal that you're really trying to attain, go about it in a very graceful fashion, right? Sharks never seem too troubled, right? They're just kind of like, yeah, I'm doing my thing. Um, Sharks also exist on every level of the ocean, from the very top all the way down to the deepest parts of the ocean. So I love our sharks. I just, you know, I have such a heart for them. It's so funny. I don't know where that comes from, but even as a young, when I was about, you know, a young teenager, I thought I was going to be a marine biologist because of my love of sharks. Yeah, and that's what got me into it. Um, so they are to me a very, there's something very special about them. There is. There actually was a lady. Um, there's a woman, there was a video about her on YouTube. I'll try to find it and share it. And she, you know, basically she has taken hundreds of these hooks out of the sharks' noses and mouths because they get stuck in there from, you know, commercial fishing. And she has worked with the sharks for so many years, um, that she has gotten, they've got that comfort level with her that they'll actually like come to her and she'll get those hooks out of their nose. And it's almost, it's actually kind of hilarious because it's almost like the sharks are lining up, like please take this out, like you did it for him, do it for me please. And so like she's got a collection. She says she's taken out over like 200 hooks out of these sharks' noses and mouths. And when she's down there with them, like they all just come around her. They'll lay down, let her pet them. I mean, it's just like, oh my word. That's hilarious, David. Yeah, no, sharks are, there's more to them, so much more to them. I remember when I was a kid, I hated the Jaws movie because I was like, that's so unfair. That's not the way they are. Oh my goodness. Yeah. They're very ancient creatures too. Some sharks are still have very, very ancient biology. The ones that have more gills are even older. Yeah. And they usually are the ones that are down lower because they have to be able to filter and get more oxygen out of the water. But there's hundreds and hundreds of varieties of sharks. Some of them are very tiny, and some of them, of course, are huge, like the whale shark. So let's get into your tarot this week. But that's a powerful spirit guide this week for you, Aries. I am very excited about that. I can go on and on about that. Let's get into your messages. Let's pull 3 for you for this week ahead. I just had a feeling that one was gonna come out. Wow, and look at this. Okay, starting out with the rooster spirit, the 3 of Wands. You know, this is letting things come to you rather than like pursuing them too hardcore, right? And that's the feeling I get with this. You know, sharks are patient, they wait, they take their time. And so this card is very much that way too, because to me the 3 of Wands is allowing things to come to you rather than you having to chase them down. You might be making some decisions this week about what it is that you definitely want to pursue. We've got our little blue-footed booby coming in here, our little buddy, our 2 of Swords. That is our Libra energy. Can lead to indecision, choices that need to be made, being pulled back and forth in 2 different directions, maybe being at a little bit of an impasse. This is also, to me, a big card that says to come out of procrastination or over analyzing things. We do have this 5 of Swords don't like the Five of Swords much, guys. I'm going to be totally honest with you. The fly spirit is, you know, definitely not fun energy, because the Five of Swords to me is about people many times that don't have your best interest at heart, don't have the most integrity, and you've really just literally got to swat them. It can also be a choice where you're saying, should I stand up and fight for someone or something in my life, or should I let it go? Should I turn and walk away from it? On the bottom, we have the Ten of Cups, the seal spirit. So to me, that's lasting happiness, success, divine blessings. I feel like things can come out to turn out really a lot better, right? They can turn out a lot better, but I do feel that right now you may feel like you're waiting on some kind of pertinent information or something that you need in order to make an important decision, right? There's some kind of, that's why that Three of Wands is like you're letting something come to you. It's like, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to observe, I'm going to wait and watch. And once I get the info that I need, I'll be able to come out of this procrastination. But if anyone or anything is not good for you this week, I don't feel like you're going to play with it, right? Let's just see what we've got for your affirmation here, Aries. And there it is. That's a keyword for Aries, is action. I do feel like this is a week where you may start out more reflective, but by the week's end, you'll be feeling ready to act on something. So now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. So, yeah, listen to your instincts. Listen to your intuition. Sharks are very intuitive. I mean, they really are. I'll never forget when I was studying them. And yeah, they have this, you know, along their nose, like around their snout, like around the nose. They have this, you know, it's like an electrical system. They call it the ampullae of Lorenzini. And so they really can like pick up on the electrical currents from other biological sources. And yes, they do have a very strong sense of being able to smell blood in the water. That's why if you got an open wound, do not go in the water. Shark gonna smell it. They're gonna come around. They'll be like, what's up? I'm hungry. You there? When I was, you know, and David, you'll like this story too, because, you know, when I was a kid, I was about 11. I think that's really what started my shark fascination, is the Baltimore Aquarium. Because like I said, we always went to Baltimore, and that's where, you know, we would see the sharks. Lots of sharks. Yeah, punch their nose if a shark attacks or bothers you, because they're very sensitive in the nose. Very. That's like, yeah, highly developed senses in the nose. But yeah, that's where I really fell in love with sharks. I still to this day have a little tiny little plush shark that I bought when I was 11 years old from the Baltimore Aquarium. I think I like sharks because they're snappy like dragons, you know? They're snappy. They know what they want. They're just hungry. That's all it is. Sorry for my nose, guys. Speaking of noses. All right, let's get into Taurus. Taurus. Let's see what we got for you for the week. My Taurus bulls and cows, my fabulous, fabulous folks. Hope you are doing well. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you've got for our beautiful Taurus people out there in the chat and the channel. Whatever messages that they most need for their week ahead, please show us Taurus. All right. It's kind of an appropriate animal for Taurus, the gray squirrel. Find new ways of solving problems. You know, I always think of squirrel energy as being one of those, you know, that prepares for the future, puts money or resources away for the future. So you might be doing some stocking up, buying in bulk, getting ready for something, getting prepared for something. You know, Archangel Raphael also attached to this card. So there is some heart healing going on this week, maybe some heart or physical healing coming in around you. But, you know, that's the funny thing about the name Squirrel. You know, squirrel is, you know, what they do. The name is the verb, right? The name is the action, because to squirrel means to, you know, to squirrel things away, to store them up, to, you know, get the pantry stocked and all that kind of thing. So it's a funny, we have some creatures like that their name is actually the verb. I think that's really funny. So let's get into your tarot for the week. Let's get some messages, please, for Taurus. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, a little feisty. Sure, a little feisty this week. Oh my gosh. Hawk Spirit coming out first. So check it out. Ace of Swords. Conquest, clear vision, discernment. To me, this is a card of victory and success. Clear vision, finally seeing the truth of the matter, getting to the heart of things, not being in confusion anymore. And the Seal Spirit is in the center, the Ten of Cups. So I feel like this could be some real revelations, finally getting some clarity on the things that make you happy, the things that make you feel emotionally and spiritually fulfilled. Maybe finally getting to that place, you know, to a new plateau and saying, you know what, I'm just feeling so much better, right? So our last card here is the Five of Wands, the Tasmanian Devil. So a little bit feisty. There's a little bit feisty energy there. You know, and so you might be still sort of battling yourself a little bit, Taurus. You might really be, like, there might be that, like, inner struggle or conflict or competition. But I really do feel that action and initiation and, you know, interaction is not a bad thing. You know, some people really read the Five of Wands as a negative. I don't. It can be those conflicts. It can be potential arguments or back and forths. But it's also that point of contact that's very important, because to me, that's what really opens up your truth. The other thing that you might be really working on is just smoothing some waters over, right? And sometimes, you know, sometimes you learn a lot by, you know, having a little bit of a tussle with someone. A little bit of a conflict can really reveal a lot about you and them. So on the bottom, we have the Otter Spirit, Six of Cups, you know, reunion, reminiscence. This can definitely be working through some inner child issues or inner child work. And especially in your personal relationships, you may be feeling that coming up very strongly, because the Ten of Cups is definitely those personal matters of the heart. You also might be really blending the heart and the head, right? Doing things that make sense both logically and emotionally for yourself. And that can sometimes, yeah, that can be a little bit of a, you know, take some fancy footwork, right? It really can. So hang in there, do the work. This could be as well, you know, smoothing things over with someone from your past, because that Six of Cups can be about those reconciliations. So good week. Get ready for it, Taurus. Get ready for it. Let's get an affirmation for you. Yeah, see, I think emotional harmony in love is very possible this week, Taurus. We have the hummingbird spirit coming out, and the hummingbird is always closely connected with joy, love, greater happiness. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness, right? Try to stay in that high vibration no matter what this week, Taurus. It will pay off. It will pay off. Even if things get testy, even if they get kind of fiery, even if you find yourself in a conflict or some kind of tense, you know, conversation with someone. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we've got for our little twin stars out there. I hope you are doing great this week, Mr. Geminis. All our little twins. Oh, let's get your spirit animal reading for the week. So, dear spirit animal guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what you have for our Geminis. Anything that you want to bring through for them, for their highest good. Let's start with one main spirit animal that's going to be helping you out the most this week. Ooh, I like it. Yeah. The tiger spirit here, Gemini. Accept your magnificence. Another card coming through with Archangel Raphael. Very interesting because, you know, Taurus had the Raphael connection too. That can really be some heart healing, some physical healing. To me, this really means, you know, stepping into your power too, because, you know, this is a strong, powerful being, right? Nobody messes with that tiger. And he's also a very, very noticeable creature, right? Very, very magnificent, very regal, very striking, very strikingly beautiful. So let's get into your animal tarot messages for the week ahead. It's a very fearless kind of feeling to me, the tiger, yeah. Very courageous, very resourceful. I also think of the tiger as being strong Aquarius energy because in the Chinese lunar cycle, the year of the tiger is aligned with Aquarius in the Western wheel. So take that as it resonates to you. So your first card coming out of the tarot is the Sloth Spirit. That is our Four of Swords. Quiet reflection, divine timing, waiting till the time is right. If you've been in a lot of conflict with yourself or battling back and forth within, it's a good time to just peace out, Gemini. Meditate, reflect, get to the heart of whatever it is that's bothering you or on your mind. Don't push the river and don't push other people too hard, including yourself. Be gentle with yourself. I think that once you do that, you're going to know what to do. You're going to know where to go because we've got the horse spirit coming out next, which is the Chariot. That is very strong positive movement. It's connected with Cancer, so it really does speak to the subconscious emotions and direction of our hearts. So I feel like by, you know, starting your week with some reflection, some meditation, chilling out, not worrying, not stressing so much, it's going to take you in a much better direction, a much, much more positive direction. So to me, that's victory. It's positivity. And I do feel like it's really going to require you to let go of something, right? It's going to require you, usually it's something to do with the ego when it comes to the Hanged Man. This is the Bat Spirit. There is that sense of transformation from one state of being to another. So you may be going through a very profound inner transformation or spiritual trial, you know, that's coming to an end. But I do feel that with you. It's self-surrender, facing the darkness, right? And I think, you know, with our horse spirit, we really do have that in the Chariot card. That's why there's always the light and the dark, the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine, both sides of the personality, right? We got to look at both sides. And Gemini, you are such a dualistic sign that it is important for you to look at both sides of yourself. And there may be something very strongly that you're being encouraged to release, whether it's, you know, unhealthy pride, unhealthy ego, certain attachments to, you know, whatever it is materially that need to be released. But that's a, you know, that's a very strong energy. And you may feel like there's that bit of that limbo feeling when it comes to the bat, right? It's almost that feeling like if you want to go to the next level of spiritual development in your life, there are certain things that you've got to let go of before you can get there. We also have one of your power cards coming out on the bottom of the deck, the Raven, which is the Magician. Mercury ruled, so it's definitely one of your cards, Gemini. To me, this is alchemy, manifestation, transformation into something new. You have the power, you have the ability to change the situation or to change what's going on, but it really does require a little bit of downtime, self-reflection, and then letting go of some things, being willing to release certain attachments, and that can be different for anyone because these are general messages. So let's get an affirmation, please, for our Geminis. Very nice. I love this. You know, I love the cards you're getting here. The hawk, the messenger, right? The visionary. Very powerful. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. Yeah. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. There it is. Yeah. There's something that's got to be released. Gemmy Gems. And you have the ability to do it. You may be needing the encouragement from this tiger this week, right? You know? You may be needing that encouragement to remind yourself that you've got what it takes. Wow. It's good stuff. I'm so glad it started raining finally. Been waiting for it all day. All right, Cancer, let's see what we have got for our fabulous crabs out there. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see what we have for Cancer. In the spirit animal messages, dear spirit animal guides, guardians, and friends, please show us what you have for our beautiful Cancers. Any messages, inspiration, guidance that they need for their highest good for this week ahead, please. Nice, nice. Love this card. So pretty. So pretty for one thing. The swan is one of my very favorites. That's why I've got a swan on my arm here. Demonstrate grace and majesty. To me, the swan is a deep dive. You know, it's a deep dive into the soul. Celtic tradition has a lot to do with the swan. The swan is connected to music, to beauty, to the arts. And yeah, the depths of the soul, the depths of the soul. So it really could mean that you're doing some deep diving, some deep inner spiritual work. And if you are creative, musical, artistic, whatever your, you know, particular talents are, this could be a very powerful week to, you know, transmute some of that energy out through a creative channel as well, because the swan is very connected with those things. Even if you're just listening to some good music, you know, very, very powerful for you this week. Let's get into your spirit messages from the tarot. Let's see what we have for Cancer, please. Oh, yeah. Wow. Ooh. There's some definite things, I think, coming to the surface to be healed this week, Cancer. You start out with the pufferfish, the 9 of Cups. That is wishes granted, satisfaction, and pride. So to me, it's like you're really starting to come to grips with, okay, what are my wishes? What are my hopes? What are the dreams that I want to manifest? You know, thinking about that and getting a little bit more motivated around those subjects. Right in the center, we have the whale spirit. Same as the Judgment card. And that is to me about, you know, awakenings, resurrections, rebirths, phoenix from the ashes kind of feeling. The Judgment card is to me the higher vibration of the Death card, right? It's after the transition, after the things have been, you know, majorly transformed and changed. It's like that's the rebirth, that's the regeneration. That's why I feel like there may be some things coming up very strongly to be reviewed. You also may be having some rebirths in your own personal life. We also have the bluebird spirit here is the 3 of Swords. So to me, that's where the issues come up, right? That's where the old heartaches, disappointments, things that you've, you know, suffered or been, you know, grieving or mourning from the past. To me, that's like it's being brought up to be truly healed from the inside out. That's the deep card of emotional stress and storm, but it's also freedom from strife. That's why I love the fact that they used the bluebird on such a traditionally kind of sad and melancholy card, right? You know, the Three of Swords is the heart with the swords through it in the traditional tarot, but the bluebird to me is the bluebird of happiness, right? So it really speaks to the fact that there can be this recovery and happiness after the healing happens in your heart. On the bottom, you know, we have the Black Swan, Nine of Swords, and that is another card that deals with mental anguish, shadow self, time healing your wounds. It also has to do with, you know, anxiety, stress, things that keep you up awake at night, right? And it can be that dark night of the soul. So that's why I do feel this is the week where it really does require a deep dive from you, because things are being brought up and it may be like, why can't I get to my dreams? Why can't I get to my wishes, my hopes, my goals, right? Why is that? And so you may be dealing with some things that have been blockages for you in the past or in the present, and it's time to heal those or begin to heal those this week. Cancer, very, very beautiful, very powerful reading. Not the easiest, but definitely very profound. Let's get into an affirmation for you. And we have the Coyote Spirit, revealer of truths, the divine trickster, the divine joker. Yep. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So yeah, remember to keep your sense of humor. Remember to, you know, there are divine detours that play sometimes, right? So the coyote will take us on a different path than we thought we were going on to show us something that we needed to see. Very nice. All right, guys, let's get into our next sign. I'm going to tap these cards too, just to clear those a little bit with the selenite. On to Leo. Leo, my lions, feel the roar. Feel the fire coming out. Hope my Leos are doing good. We got that Mars-Venus conjunction right now in Leo, so I hope that it's treating you nicely. I really do. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos out there. Any messages and guidance they need for their highest good. And please let's start out with one main spirit animal that's going to be helping them the most this week. Aww. What's that like, in like a lion, out like a lamb? There's something about the month of March, I think, yeah. But the sheep is coming in for you. To me, it's just a super gentle energy there, Leo. Wow. The sheep is aligned with Cancer as well. In the Chinese lunar cycle, the year of the sheep is the same as Cancer energy. Act with fortitude and cooperation, archangels Gabriel and Hope. So to me, this is also getting into, you know, gentle, compassionate communication. Yeah, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others, nurture yourself, nurture your environment, you know, be in a nurturing environment. Do the things that are very healing for you. Take it easy this week, Leo. Take it easy this week on your heart. And on your sensitive emotions. You may be feeling very sentimental this week too. Maybe having a lot of things of, you know, nostalgia coming up. That can be a real thing with the sheep energy. To me, the sheep is also kind of a rebirth animal. It's similar to like the rabbit, you know, the chickens, the baby chickens. You know, it's got that like springtime feeling. It feels like Easter to me. So let's get 3 cards, please, from the Spirit Animal Tarot. Very nice. Wow. Getting like a jolt of energy from these cards here, Leo. Starting out with the bald eagle, the Emperor Spirit. This is Aries energy, so it's strength, it's ambition, fearlessness, leadership, and of course, kind of funny, you know, because the Emperor is Aries energy, and Aries is the sheep. That's the other side of the sheep. The sheep can be very gentle, but it can also be very strong when it's a ram. Yeah, it can be very, very strong. So Leo, yeah, absolutely. I think this is like gentle power. And to me, that's the best. That's the best kind of power is, you know, a true leader knows how to lead with wisdom, humility, gentleness, but also fearlessness, also strength, right? And knowing when to take action and what to take action around. The pig spirit here in the center, 10 of Pentacles, such a great card. To me, that's, you know, material fulfillment, resources improving, money getting better, you know, developing better relationships with others. You know, that could be healing some dynamics in the family for some of you this week. And really, you know, pulling into what you consider to be your true wealth. Getting grounded, getting very grounded and stable within your life, whatever those dynamics are. And check it out. Last card is the squirrel, the Ace of Wands. So this is to me big, bold, bright new beginnings, you know, a gift from spirit that brings greater vitality, energy being restored, not feeling so worn out, you know, if y'all have been sleepy, if y'all have been tired, that really brings through a bright new start. On the bottom, we have the fox spirit. There's the Knight of Wands, fortitude, passion, again, the element of leadership coming through. So to me, you know, Leo, this is a week where I feel like you are being encouraged to take the lead or take action on something, but because of that sheep energy, because of that gentle energy that's coming in around it, it's like it's really bringing in that balance of, you know, kindness, gentleness, leading with humility, leading with compassion. It's a really beautiful combo. Let's get an affirmation on this for you guys. Ooh, yeah. See, I mean, there's that assertive energy here, the cougar spirit. And there's one of our big cats. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So, Leo, definitely a week of leadership. Definitely a week of revitalization. Potentially, to me, this is like, this can be both. This could be very strongly in your career, in the job arena, but it's also, to me, it's like in that family and home area as well. Very nice read. Great cards. Great cards this week for my lions. For my lions. Yeah. Yeah, we're already to Virgo here, y'all. All right, Virgo, let's see what we have got for you guys. I hope you all are doing very well tonight on this rainy night here in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, Carrie. Thank you for joining the chat. So dear animal guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos out there. What messages do they need for their highest good? What's going to be most helpful for them for this week ahead? And please, let's start out with one main spirit guide for them that will be helping them the most this week. All right, we got the monkey spirit here, Virgo. Experience all that life has to offer. Archangel Raphael connected to this card as well. We've been getting a lot of cards connected to Raphael this evening. And so to me, that brings through so much physical healing and heart healing. Monkey spirit, I also connect to Leo energy very strongly because the monkey in the Chinese lunar cycle is associated with the Western sign of Leo. So you may have some strong Leo energy or presence around you. Hope you are doing great with that. That's a great thing to tap into. Very heart ruled, very heart centered. Let's get some tarot messages on this for Virgo, please. some definite heart energy coming in. Interesting, a little bit of a mixed bag here, Virgo. We're starting out with our Dolphin Spirit, the Knight of Cups, very strong Pisces energy. So this is those emotional offers. This can be those love energies that sweep you off your feet a little bit. Somebody bringing their cup of love to you. You wanted to bring your cup of love to someone else. Joy, true romance, but it also is the trickster. So, you know, it's because it's kind of giving you that heads up to say, you know, you might be getting emotional offers or loving offers, or have this feeling of wanting to make decisions from an emotional or spiritual center, but definitely make sure that you do your investigative work. I think Virgo's pretty good at doing that, you know, but this is it feels like a real heart-ruled kind of week. So it's like good to look behind the surface and make sure that the offers you're getting are for real and they're stable and long lasting, not just like seductive, you know. Right in the center, we've got the Raven Spirit for you. To me, this is one of your power cards, Virgo. Gemini and Virgo, this is definitely one of your power cards. The Magician is ruled by your ruling planet, that is Mercury. And so this is all about putting your mind to it, right? You can accomplish what you believe in. You can accomplish what you put your mind to, because the Magician brings to the table all the different elements, their resources, their passion, their time, their thoughts, and they really create something out of that. It's alchemy, it's manifestation and willpower. So it's like what you will into being is very powerful this week. Here we go to Jaguar Spirit, our Queen of Swords. My dad always used to joke about that because swords has a W in it. He's like, it's really swords. Swords. Quick wit, facing down your demons, and profound transformations. This is Libra energy. So I really do feel like anybody that's not being completely honest with you or is bringing any kind of nonsense your way, they get cut down really quickly by this Queen of Swords. I love her. She's absolutely one of my very favorite cards in the tarot, because she is such a powerful player. She is not someone to mess with, and she's amazing. I love the Queen of Swords. So, you know, to me, this is really, you know, you can listen to these offers and, you know, think about things from that emotional center. I think you're going to make the right choices, though, when it comes to anyone that you allow into your space, anyone you allow into your heart, because I feel with this Magician card in the center, Virgo, you're in the process, and I don't think that this is just new for most of you, I think this is ongoing, of really kind of rebirthing and manifesting like this whole new life and this whole new mindset. And that's why we've got our Queen of Swords, because you're acting from that mindset, right? You're not doing things the way you used to do them. You're doing things the way that you're, you know, focused on now. So that's how I feel. You're really, you know, putting things into practice. Manatee card on the bottom. This are 5 of Cups. And so, you know, this can be that loss, that feeling of mourning something that didn't go right, some kind of disappointment, but it also points to hidden solutions and better times ahead, because it tells you that not all is lost. And so I do feel that there is that very strong balance for you this week, Virgo, between, you know, the emotions and the mental energies. So let's get into an affirmation for you. Ooh, we got our Hawk Spirit coming out again. Oh my goodness, yes. The hawk, the messenger, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. That's what I mean. I'm feeling that so much on this reading for you. Is this like ascension to new heights, doing and seeing things in a different way. I kind of feel like this is just, whew. Yeah, I'm really picking this up for Virgo. It's like you're changing the whole way that you think about things. You're changing the whole way that you process information and act on it. Things aren't like they used to be. A lot of you are really going to a new level. That's the way it feels. It's so good. So good. That was like a big, I felt that one. Woo! I felt that one. Oh, Virgo is talking to me tonight. Oh my goodness. That's, yeah, I feel like that's real good energy for you guys. That's right, Gwen. Hey there, Kiss. Thanks for joining the channel in the chat. Appreciate your presence. Yeah. I don't always get like that. Like, I got like major like chill on that. I was like, whoa, okay. Virgo. You're putting the go in. Virgo's putting the go and go. Are you sleepy tonight, Dave? It's sleepy tonight. This weekend has been sleepy. I've been so not a Capricorn this week. I've been not a Capricorn this weekend. I have just totally been sleeping and rolling around and just eating and just It's been kind of nice, I have to admit, but I've been totally off my goat game this weekend. It is when it's rainy. Oh, I just want to like, yeah. So if you got a crash, David, we will not judge. We will not judge. All right, Libra, let's see what we have got going on. Let's see what the scales of balance and harmony have for us coming out tonight. So dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Libras tonight. Hope they are all doing great out there. And please show us what they need to know this week for their highest good. Let's start with the one main spirit animal that will be helping them the most this week. Oh, it's so cute. The donkey spirit. It's adorable. Keep your heart open no matter what. Aw, archangels Mary and Gabriel. Oh my goodness, Libra. That's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? It's like, it really is. It's like, keep that heart open no matter what. What a message. It's like, and to me with Gabriel in this card as well, because these have the archangel connections in these particular cards. It's like it's really encouraging you to also keep the lines of communication very open. My goodness, yeah, that can be a challenge. That can certainly be a challenge. And you know, to me, donkeys are a little bit of they have that stubbornness, right? They're a little bit of that stubbornness. So it's like it can take a lot of motivation to keep the heart open, to keep the lines of communication open. But oh my goodness, that card is, I don't know what it is about him. He's just adorable to me. Let's get some tarot messages on this. And I know the other thing that I could say about this too, and I know this because I know my Libras, I know what y'all been going through, is that you might be dealing, like someone's just said, I can be a jackass, right? You might be dealing with the opposite energy of that donkey. You might be dealing with some people who are stubborn, difficult, won't budge. Yeah, and it is a challenge. It is a challenge to keep the heart and the communication open with folks like that, right? We've had a lot of cardinal pile-ups this weekend, you know? It could be, you know, you feel like you're rocking a hard place with someone or some situation. Oh my, let's see what let's see what the tarot has to say for you, Libra. Let's see what we've got. Yeah. Oh, I can feel it. I think things are gonna come out. They're gonna come out all right, but boy, you're dealing with some stuff here. Snow leopard spirit is the hermit, so I really do feel, of course, you know, you might have that real desire to just, you know, kind of check out because people might be challenging around you. They really might. It might be quite the challenge to keep the heart open and keep the, you know, mind and the communications open. I do think that this is an important week where you really will need times to just do your own thing, heal, introspection, you know, it's all of that kind of energy. Following your own truth, following your true path. That to me is always what the Hermit's about. So listen very much to your subconscious. Listen to very much to your intuition and what's telling you. In the center, we have the Snake card. That's our Tower. It's our Tower card. So big changes, big transformations, big liberations, big rebirths. Could be shedding that old metaphorical skin off this week. Could be a lot of stop and start energy. I'm feeling that because, you know, like I said, the stubbornness that can come sometimes with that donkey energy. And then the Snake is that very quick, you know, it's, you know, Mars, the Tower, it's like things go into motion very, very quick. But I do feel like things are going to work out. I really do. You know, we have this Three of Cups, the Penguin spirit here on our third card. So I do feel like there will be good news, something worth celebrating, the help of your community, the support of your friends and family. That's very important this week, to navigate any big ups and downs, because there could be, right? The Condor spirit on the bottom, the King of Swords, to me, this is getting to the truth of the matter, making a good plan or a strategy, using your mind to see through to the heart of the matter. To me, the King of Swords is often a big kind of a victory card. You know, it's a little bit like the Ace of Swords. It has that connection to like victory, clarity, anything that was confusing, you know, being seen through and getting the information that you need. Kind of a powerful week for you, Libra. Let's see what we have in your affirmations. Nice, very nice. Got the Dragon card. Dragon. I love this deck because it does have some of our magical creatures like the dragon, the unicorn, etc. So you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. To me, of course, the dragon is very lucky. It's very fortunate energy. So hopefully the good luck blessings of the dragon will be following you this week to help you navigate any of these big changes or upheavals that go on. Remember to rise above, to transcend whatever is difficult or challenging for you this week. All right. Okay, Scorpio. Let's see what we've got for you. Oh my goodness, Scorpio. Love you guys. Hope you're doing really well. Let's see what we have for you in your spirit animal messages for this week ahead. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our wonderful Scorpios out there. Any messages that they need for their highest good? Please let's start with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week. I love it. Perfect animal. Perfect animal for Scorpio is the owl. Yeah. And the owl, of course, is one of my very favorites. That's a close connection for me. So listen to the messages of the angels. Listen to your spirit guides, your intuition. The owl to me is the ability to see through the dark to the heart of the matter, anything that might have been confusing, you know, deceptive, etc. You'll be looking through it. See to the heart of the matter, Scorpio. Absolutely such a powerful guardian to have on your side. Let's get into your tarot messages for the week. Yeah, wow, I do. I feel like there's something you're really seeing to the heart of, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of victory around this. We're starting out with the Queen of Pentacles, the bear spirit. So I feel, you know, this is that very Capricorn, Virgo, you know, stable, balanced, grounded. You may be working very hard this week or really, you know, looking to make good decisions financially. This is also that reminder to keep your boundaries up when it comes to your finances as well, Scorpio. You may have people asking you for money, donations, etc. And, you know, if you can handle it, that's fine. But if you can't, please listen to your, you know, listen to your logical mind. Listen to that practical side of yourself and do what's right for you and your home and your business. Right in the center, we have the Puffin Spirit, we have the Fool card. So there is that need to not worry too much, right? To me, the Fool is always letting go of fears, unnecessary worries and doubts, to go with the flow, taking the leap of faith. You know, that's that childlike wonder, right? Setting yourself free. And, you know, that allows you to go to the heights. There's our Hawk Spirit, the Ace of Swords. That's why I feel like, you know, clarity, vision, success, clear seeing are very much online for this week. That Owl Spirit, like I said, sees through darkness, sees through deception. The Ace of Swords to me is the gift of spirit, you know, cutting through confusion, cutting through things that are deceptive or cloudy, and maybe don't present themselves in the best way. So I feel like this is a week of victory. I really do. I feel like this is, you know, and you're going to get there a lot easier if you set aside you know, unnecessary worries, fears, and doubts, and just go with the flow. Stay in the moment. On the bottom, we have the Dolphin Spirit, Knight of Cups, and so to me, that can be that potential for lack of clarity, right? Because the Knight of Cups isn't always the most clear, right? It's very emotional. Very emotional. It can be very seductive. It can really be that sweeping you off your feet kind of energy. So, you know, don't get too carried away. Don't get too carried away with something if it seems too good to be true. That's why you need to stay in the moment, because when you're in that moment, you'll feel it. You'll know. You'll know what you're looking at, good, bad, or otherwise. Let's see what we've got in your affirmations for the week here, Scorpio. Oh, yeah. Wow, I feel like this is such a great week for you. The Owl Spirit is so on track for Scorpio, and so is this. So is the Butterfly, because this is all about rebirth, transformation, and that's very much what you are about. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Very, very nice. To me, that's definitely, I mean, to me, Scorpio, that's just your life, you know, is those transformations. But I feel like you're really seeing through to the heart of the matter. Hey, Jacqueline, look at you. Did you see that the Scorpio's got the owl this week as your main animal card? A beautiful, love it. I'm such a nocturnal creature. You know, I'm always out there with the hooting it up with the owls. Literally, I'll walk around and I hear them hooting. I love them. They're my babies. Scorpio in the house. Very exciting always. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have got for you guys this evening. I hope you all are doing fabulous. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your spirit animal reading for the week. Let's see what we have got coming up for you. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our beautiful Sagittarians out there. Anything that they need to know for their highest good. And please, let's start with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them the most for this week ahead. Oh, I love it. Look at it. Your main spirit guide, the ladybird or the ladybug, as we call them in the US. But, you know, I have noticed a lot of ladybugs around this week. I've really, really noticed them. They have been very active. eating up the aphids, which is wonderful. Like they really take care of the environment so perfectly. Accept happiness and good fortune. The ladybug is a long associated, a creature of good luck, good fortune, serendipitous events. So I feel like, it's kind of a perfect, spirit guide for Sagittarius because, you do have that natural lucky energy from your Jupiter rulership. So I just feel like this is an extra little bonus saying this could be a lucky week for you indeed. So let's get into your tarot messages here. I've always wondered what the male ladybugs are called. Are they like man bugs? Gentleman bug? You gotta wonder. Right at the start, we've got the Hawk Spirit this week for you, Sagittarius. Ace of Swords. You're coming out with very strong clarity, victory, vision. I feel like Spirit is really assisting you because the Ace to me is always the hand of Spirit coming in, cutting through anything that's been cloudy, anything that's been unclear, anything that's been deceptive, people that haven't been the most honest, etc. And it's really opening up your vision. Yeah, I noticed that too, Solar Star. We've had this hawk in a lot of the readings tonight, and I do feel this is a week of a lot of mental clarity busting open. It really, really is. Second card out is the Bear Spirit, Queen of Pentacles. And so to me, this is, it's that Capricorn energy, the Virgo energy, very, very solid. It's that kind of Earth Mother, very similar to our Empress card, right? Protection, right? Protecting the home, protecting the family, having good boundaries and good stability with your resources. And so I feel like, for some of you, you may be kind of cutting out circumstances, people, things like that, those kind of elements that are not contributing the greatest to your own financial stability or your personal growth. That's just how I feel on this one. Octopus Spirit is our third card, the King of Cups. So to me, this is adaptability, flexibility, compassion, trustworthiness, making good decisions from an emotional and spiritual place. And really, only trusting people that you really know, have a good history with, people that have your back, right? This is to me, maybe cutting out some not so good people to tap into, people that are really good for you, because the King of Cups is about that. It's about those emotionally trustworthy people and, making a good plan from that space. On the bottom, we've got our Puffin, the Fool card. So taking that leap of faith, childlike wonder, trust, setting yourself free. Could be reversals, like good reversals of fortune this week, Sagittarius. I really do feel like luck is on your side, and I feel like you're going to have a good balance, between the Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups is a nice pairing. It really is. It really is, because to me it's like there's that very earthy, solid, practical feminine and that very compassionate, intuitive, divine masculine coming together. It's really, really nice. Let's get an affirmation for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, this is a beautiful reading. Look at that. We have got the Swan Spirit coming out here for you, Sagittarius, with the keyword of grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Yeah. To me, of course, I was talking about the swan earlier. We had Swan came out in another reading. This is a real strong connection to the arts, to music, to the depths of the soul as well. And swans, let's face it, they're graceful and beautiful, but they're tough. Like, you don't mess with swan. They will take you to task if you come messing with their nest. That's how I feel about the Bear Spirit here too. You may be feeling very protective of your space, your place, your home, your folks, your tribe this week, Sagittarius. It may just be like, do not mess with me. Do not mess with me and mine. That's, you know, very protective of the home. That's what I feel that. Wow. All right. Whew. All right, Capricorn. How's my goats? I know my goats. They've been waiting for this one. All right, Capricorn. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope my fellow goats are doing well. This has definitely been a bit of a challenging week or weekend. Oh my goodness. Pluto in our sign, dancing back and forth with the sun in Cancer. It's been a minute. It's been special, Capricorn. I tell you, I feel like we've been a little bit on the hot seat the last couple days, especially. Let's see what we have got this week for our Capricorns and your spirit animal messages. Dear spirit animal guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our fabulous Capricorns out here. Let's see what they most need to know for their highest good. And let's please start out with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most for this week ahead. I like this one. The llama. And you know, this reminds me of, is that the Emperor's New Groove. I just have to, it gets me. The llama. Oh my gosh. Yay, I'm a llama again. Wait. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. Archangel Chamuel. Actually, this is a very loving energy. This is a very strong relationship card. Oh my goodness, this almost has a Two of Cups feeling. Yeah, that's a Two of Cups are feeling. Archangel Chamuel is all about our personal relationships and romantic interactions. So it is. It's a very, very strong love energy. But it really is about setting, it says it, set clear boundaries and enforce them. So if somebody hasn't been treating you the best, time to put those boundaries in place. If somebody's pushing those boundaries with you, it's not wrong to push back. You know, llamas do spit at people if they're not treating them right. But if people are treating you right and they're honoring your boundaries, go ahead and snuggle on up with them. That is, wow. Yeah. Archangel Chamuel is a good one to talk to as well. That is a strong, loving vibration. Your stuff may be coming up very strongly. Relationship elements may be coming up very strongly. Love life may be coming up very strongly this week, Capricorn. So let's see what we have got in our tarot for you this week. Please show us Capricorn. Yeah. Oh, wow. Like every one of these. Okay. Spider Spirit is out first. The High Priestess. Don't reveal everything you're thinking or feeling, Capricorn. Keep a few things to yourself, especially if you're not ready to speak or act yet. And I think that that's great advice, actually, considering what we're dealing with in the planetary aspects and transits. This is about being balanced, having good intuition, secret knowledge, secret spiritual awareness. The Walrus Spirit, right in the center, the Eight of Cups. You may be considering, should I stay or should I go in some kind of situation? Yeah, you really might, because the Eight of Cups is thinking about something that's not spiritually or emotionally fulfilling. Are you in a good relationship or not? Is it spiritually or emotionally fulfilling? You know, if it's not about a relationship, is it about work? Is it about, you know, a family situation? Whatever it is, you know, to me, the Eight of Cups definitely brings up that element of, should I let this go or not? And you may be really working that out. We have the Weasel card, the Weasel Spirit, the Seven of Swords, you know, because I feel like if somebody's not being the most honest with you, if somebody's not treating you right, if somebody's just stealing your light, or your energy this week, Capricorn, I think you're going to leave it behind, you know? I think you're not going to play with that, you know, because that to me is somebody that, you know, kind of just, yeah, they steal your thunder, they steal your light. They're not good people to have around. It's also, to me, the Seven of Swords is a card that makes sure not only to demand honesty and truth from others, but to also demand it from yourself. Be very honest with yourself this week, Capricorn, about what you're feeling, what you're sensing. On the bottom, we've got the jellyfish spirit. Look at that. Queen of Cups, psychic, visionary, compassion, and radiance. That's my Scorpio queen. So I'm saying this is a very strong week of emotional boundaries for you, Capricorn. You may be really working out what those are for you and saying, you know, what are my emotional boundaries? What are those lines that I don't allow people to cross? And if they do try to cross them or they do cross them, what do I do, right? What do I do? And what you might be doing is just getting out of there, you know, just exit, get out, right? You might just be saying, you know, and just really go within to figure out what's right for you. It's a challenging week in a lot of ways, Capricorn. No doubt. This is definitely big stuff. You know, I feel like you're really listening to your heart, though, and that's so important. You know, I feel like Capricorns put up with a lot of crap. They do. They put up with a lot of crap, and this is really saying, don't put up with anybody's crap this week. Absolutely. Let's get let's get an affirmation on this week for you, Capricorn. My goodness. We got the Swan card for you, just like we did for Sagittarius. Check that out. The keyword of grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So I do feel, Capricorn, that it's like, this isn't telling you to be difficult. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be harsh. Not at all. This is just doing what's right for you and flowing very easily and very gracefully into that reality. You know, if someone's not treating you right, you don't need to make a big stink. Just don't be available for them. Just keep it moving. Don't be available for that. It's like, if someone keeps coming to you with negative messages or negative energy, you can just simply say, I don't have time for that. I'm not, you know, I'm not here to absorb your negative stuff. You've got things to work out on your own. I'm sorry you're going through it, but I don't have time for it. I don't have the energy to take that on. It's not my job to take on that on top of my own work that I'm doing. And for all my creative Capricorns, which, you know, a lot of us are, this is also, see, I have a swan. That's my tattoo, is a swan, because it's connected with music, the arts, the depths of the soul. Yeah. Get creative this week, Capricorn. That's a good directive for us. Yeah. We're going up the mountain with the Scorpios. That's right. I love the llama for you, Capricorn. Set clear boundaries and embrace them. And if they won't honor that, you can spit at them. You go right ahead. You do it. So much fun. That was a great read. It makes me feel it makes me feel empowered to get a read like that for the Capricorns. Yeah. And welcome, HW. Thank you so much for your kind donation that you left for me last weekend. I really appreciate that. It was noticed. It was a very kind message too. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we've got for you. I hope you guys are doing great out there. This is a lot of energy going on for Aquarius right now. There really is. You got Venus and Mars opposing your sign. You've got Saturn moving through your sign. You're definitely dealing with a lot. I know that. So let's get into your reading for the week. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what we have for our fabulous Aquarius folks out there. Any information, guidance that they need for their highest good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week. Aquarius had a really strong reading on Friday too, on our Fire Dragon Friday. Turtle Spirit coming out as your main guide this week. I love that one. Be joyful and trusting. Oh, go with the flow. Be open to love. Be open to spirit and the messages of spirit. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, don't come from a cynical place, come from a joyful, trusting place, and have gratitude for what's coming into your life or what is in your life. To me, the turtle is that very nice balance of earth and water, right? It's a very earthy creature, but also a very watery creature. It really lives in the realm of both logic and emotion. So let's get into your tarot messages, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you, please. I think you're going to come through this week pretty well, Aquarius. There could be some really big reversals, some really big action that really changes things up, but I think it'll be a good thing. We have the Frog Spirit coming up first, Four of Cups. So you may have been in contemplation about some things for a while, maybe procrastination, maybe waiting things out, maybe a little too long. Trying to make some decisions, trying to figure out what your next move is. The other thing that I would say about this card is sometimes it really speaks to paying too much attention to negative attitudes, paying too much attention to the things that aren't working for you instead of seeing the good things that are working for you. So I really do feel like this is a big change of perspective. It's important to not focus too much on what's worrying you or what's got you down or what's not fulfilling. Instead, pay attention to the gifts and the blessings from Spirit that are coming into your life. Right in the center, Flamingo Spirit, Two of Wands, strong Aries energy. To me, this is new doors opening, opportunities presenting themselves. It's a balancing act, taking the first step, and many times the Two of Wands does bring some kind of partnership, whether it's professional or romantic, or friends into your life that you are making these moves towards the future with. The Firefly Spirit is here, the Six of Wands, and so this to me is why I get such a good feeling about this reading, because this is a card of success, victories, achievements, movement forward, shining your inner light, that feeling of, being on the right track, right? It's really kind of that affirmation that things are going in the right direction. On the bottom, we do have the Snake Spirit, that Tower card. That's why I say there could be things this week that may be a little shocking, could be sudden, it could be big transformations. But I really do feel, this is a card of action and liberation. It's ruled by Mars. And so it's really about things moving forward, and you got to let go of those old cycles, those old foundations that do not serve you, my darlings. That is a big, big thing for Aquarius. You have got to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And to me, if that's an outdated way of thinking, if it's an outdated way of, processing information, or the way that you, think of things, especially if it broods a lot on the past, or, focuses too much on the negative, it's time to shift that up big time. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. And we have the Orca Whale. Yeah, I mean, this is some big, big water energy. You got the turtle, we got the orca, the keyword of adventure. Dare to do things differently. Yes. Sing your true wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. I love this. It's very important for you guys right now. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of things that are, you know, kind of nerve-wracking and kind of honestly just scary for Aquarians right now. And this is just telling you, don't fear it. Don't fear the big changes that are coming in, because they are coming in. Yeah. I think of turtles as being big travelers too. There's a lot of movement. And look what was on the bottom of the first deck we used was the tiger spirit. You know, to me the tiger is associated with Aquarius, because in the Chinese lunar years, the year of the tiger is the same as Aquarius energy in the Western wheel. Very empowering week for you guys. Bust on through. Don't let things hold you back. Don't give in to fears or worries or doubts. All right, guys, let's see who we've got. We got our last sign up for the night, which is Pisces. So Pisces, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Hope everything is peaceful and good for you. Let's see what we've got for you in your spirit animal messages for the week. Dear spirit animals, guardians, and guides, please show us what we have for our beautiful Pisces out there for their weekly messages, anything that they need to know for their highest good. And please, let's start out with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most this week. Please show us Pisces. Oh, nice. I love the artwork in these. Oh my gosh, the Kingfisher. The Kingfisher spirit is with you. Be patient and focused. Ooh, so Pisces, focus and strong on what it is that you want to go get, what it is that you want to achieve. Stay focused on that goal. This is patient, this is steady. And it is, again, it's to me the connection. A Kingfisher is a water bird. It is, you know, and it stays, funny enough, it is a fisher. You are the fish. You might, you know, but this week you're not the fish being hunted. You're the one hunting. So stay focused in on what it is that you want to achieve. Be patient with others and with yourself. Very important. Let's get into your tarot messages for the week. Yeah, look at that. Some kind of difficulty coming to an end too here. I think it's important for you to focus in on your strength, your courage. We have the Lion Spirit with the Strength card coming up first for you. Mind over matter, love wins out, majesty, a sense of pride, accomplishment, and staying very balanced within yourself, right? You might be experiencing a lot of overwhelming emotions this week. A really difficult time in some ways for all of us. I've definitely been feeling it, guys. I've got Venus in Pisces, and I've been feeling this. It's like it's been really, really tough to balance the intensity of the emotions with how you express them through the physical body. So this could be something that's coming up very strongly, is that need for emotional patience, heart patience. But this is a great card reminding you that you have a lot more strength and resilience than you may give yourself credit for. Right in the center, we do have the Spider Spirit. There is that High Priestess, secret knowledge, secret spiritual awareness. You may choose not to say every single thing that's on your mind this week. This may be more of a week for processing things emotionally, Pisces, and not revealing everything that you're thinking or feeling. It might turn out better for you, honestly. It might turn out a lot better for you to just kind of keep yourself to yourself in some ways. And then we have the Hyena Spirit here, the Ten of Swords. So to me, this is the end of difficulties, the end of a really burdensome cycle. If there's been things that have weighed on your mind very strongly, anxieties, fears, doubts, worries, you know, things that have just really gotten you hurt or made you feel kind of betrayed, this is really coming full circle. I do feel like you're going to get through it, but it really does take personal discipline and personal focus this week. On the bottom, yeah, to me, this is a much more passive energy this week, Pisces. We've got the Rooster Spirit, the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about letting things come to you, not chasing them down. So say if you're in a situation where you really want someone to communicate with you and they're not, this is really saying, don't chase them down. Don't bother them. Don't even say nothing. Just go silent on them and let them come to you. If you're waiting for a job offer, if you're waiting for a call back on something, same deal. Don't be like, oh, hey, have you forgotten about me? No. Let them come to you. Let those ships come back to you, Pisces. Do not go chasing them down. You don't need to do that. You just need to be patient and focused. That's your key. Let's get an affirmation on this for this week. Yes, and tap into the energy of your friends. That's huge. We got the dog spirit. To me, this is friendship, loyalty. Absolutely awesome. Today, I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. Oh, yes. So Pisces, you know what? It's like if you feel like kind of on the fence or sketchy about anyone or any situation, the people that you need to focus in on this week are your friends, your loyal circle, the people who have consistently had your back. You know you can trust them. That's a big, big feeling right there. That's nice. Great readings, guys. These were awesome tonight. I really, really enjoyed these. They all felt straight, like really on. They felt really good. Yeah, Daisy, I'm feeling that one. My Venus sign is feeling that one for the Pisces read. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel that one. It's good. It's really good. It's to me it's like really helpful advice because I feel like it just tells me I'm on the right track. Like, pay attention to yourself, focus in on yourself. Don't worry about, you know, all that external stuff right now. It's really important. Yes, so all signs are done. Anyone that wants a personal question answered, it is a $10 minimum donation. And I'm going to just take a quick break, guys, get some more water. So if anybody signs up, I'll be right back. And if not, we'll just wrap up the evening. So I'll see you in just a second. I'm going to get somebody more to drink. it smells good in here. That candle smells so good. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So if anybody has signed up, that's cool. We'll go from there. But if not, I'm just going to wrap it up. This has been a sleepy weekend. I've really noticed it. And that's okay. Sometimes it just is. I think everyone's going through a minute right now. I really do. I think everyone's just like, trying to process. I know I am for sure. It's been, whew, yeah. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead, I guess, and wrap it up. If there's not anybody in the queue. Oh, that is one of the funniest movies ever, Gwen. That Mae West, I'm No Angel. That's the best. Isn't that the one where she goes to the guy and gets her astrology chart done? Oh, you were born in the sign of Leo. Yes, one of the hot months. King of the Beasts. That's right. That's me. Oh, she was a Leo dragon. Oh my gosh, yes. That for me. I love that when he's like, I see a man in your future. And she's like, what, only one? Only one? Oh my goodness. She was a force of nature. Yeah, go watch that, Daisy. It'll give you some great one-liners. I tell you, she's a role model for all modern women. She was way ahead of her time. She got censored so much. She wrote all her own jokes, her own material. She wrote all the scripts. No, she was she was not like the others at that time, because back in those days, you know, women were very, you know, we're supposed to be so, you know, modest and you know, withdrawn and not sexually or emotionally forward with men at all, and she was the opposite. She was the opposite. She, you know, didn't wait for the guys to hit on her. She hit on them. Oh yeah. The man said, I changed my mind, and she said, does it work better now? Oh yeah. And it was also just her delivery. Oh yeah, does it work better now? You know. Mae West, I'm No Angel. You might be able, I think it's on YouTube. I think it's like one of those. Yeah, I mean that. Oh, I know, Gwen. Yeah, they're old black and whites. They're from the late 30s. They're darn funny as heck. My dad used to just crack up on those. We bought him the whole collection, the whole Mae West collection, and oh man, we would just sit there and like roll. Those are good. Those are good times. Yep. David says, don't watch the one that I did. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe had a very tragic life. She did. She had just a really tough time. Mae West was kind of the opposite. She had quite the long life, and she was very boisterous throughout the entire thing. Yeah, she lived it up to the hilt, to the very end. She was a diva through and through. And the funny thing about Mae West is that, you know, she was quite a bit older when she started making talking pictures, you know, in movies, because she had been, you know, in the vaudeville world for most of her life, you know, growing up. And so she really, she was very much like in that world, right? She was in that vaudeville world where it was snappy one-liners and kind of the variety show where you'd tell jokes, you would dance, you'd sing, you'd have a little bit of everything. And So, by the time she started making movies, she was almost 40, which was also really ahead of its time. There were, I mean, they didn't cast women. They still don't cast women, like that for things. Oh, thank you, Tasha. Did you want me to do a little read for you? Throw a question if you do. Yeah. Yeah, Laurel and Hardy, same deal. Same deal, came from that vaudevillian kind of world, right? And so by the time Mae West got into, making movies, she was very fully formed. Like she had her stuff, it's like she already had all her material and it just was a matter of writing it down and committing it to film. And she was also someone that gave Cary Grant his beginning, funny enough, because she was complaining that there weren't good enough looking men for her to play against in her movies. And Cary Grant was just like some stagehand, working on a set. And she said, I want that guy over there. She's like, he's going to be in my movie. And they're like, well, he's not really an actor. And she's like, I don't care. He's the best looking guy in here. Get him in here. Yeah. Yeah, she was, I mean, she just owned, she owned every inch of it. She was just phenomenal. Right? Exactly. Yeah, you're right, David. Okay, cool. That's right. Oh man. It was a real funny one where I can't remember what the name. It might have I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. It was another Mae West where she's teaching a class of boys and she sits there and she's talking about Cleopatra and she said, yeah, Cleopatra, she was from hysterical times. Oh my God, she was the best. She was just straight out the best. Get let's see what I want to grab. I always like to grab these. Can't believe we got the full moon coming up, guys. So soon. We got the full moon coming up this week. Already. It'll be our full moon in Aquarius. Alright, Tasha. So I'm just going to do a general reading for you for the week ahead. See what kind of energies are coming in. Hey there, Phyllis. I know, time is moving quick. Time is moving quick. Surprisingly quick. This is the year of the ox, in the Chinese lunar cycle, and the ox energy is like Capricorn energy, so, sometimes it can move kind of slowly, but it feels like it's moving along quickly to me. Yeah, it felt like it was like literally just the 4th of July. Like, yeah. All right, Tasha. So I'm going to tap into your energy and see where we're at. See how you're doing for this week. You are number 1 on my list for the evening. You may be my only one on the list this evening, but we're just chilling. Hey there, Jason. Good to see you. Hope things are good. All right, Tasha. Dear angels, guardians, and guides, ancestors, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Tasha. Let's see what her messages are for the week ahead. Anything that she needs to see or know about what's going on around her. Nice. Ooh, I like this card for you. So we have got the card of empowerment. Very, very nice. To me, I know you're a Scorpio, so, power to me is just a keyword for Scorpio anyway, but this may be a week where you start to feel much more personally empowered, much stronger in what you're doing, where you're going, and it's really encouraging you to embrace more self-confidence, self-worth, greater self-esteem, going forward in whatever you're doing this week. Let's get into your tarot. I'm just going to tap these real quick, just charge these up. All right, let's do a little past, present, future energy here. A lot of movement. Oh, wow. Guys, this is amazing. So Tasha, the first card coming out is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a lot of movement, a lot of communication, a lot of things many times moving forward after stagnation. So there could be quite a lot of movement. And it may be for some, in some ways it could be a little bit overwhelming because sometimes, it's almost like too much of a good thing sometimes. Like it's so much going on that all the opportunities coming your way can actually cause a little bit of stress. So you have to kind of multitask and pace yourself this week because it could be very rapid. Sagittarius energy on that card. Yeah, Seven of Wands. You may be like, I can't handle all of y'all. I can't handle all of you. Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands pairing up together. I think that's very interesting. That's where you're really coming from this week. Is you might really have to kind of stand up for yourself. If everyone's expecting you to do everything and take on everything, you're not going to be able to do that, and it's fine to set some personal boundaries. Choose your battles wisely, right? Not everything is, you don't have to engage with everything. You don't have to fight all comers, right? Only the things that really require that you stand up for yourself. But to me, this is a lot of activity starting our week out. And then right in the center, we do have one of the Scorpio power cards, which is renewal. Same as the Judgment card in the traditional tarot. Ruled by the planet Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio. That's why I call this the higher vibration of our death card. This to me is resurrections, rebirths, phoenix from the ashes. After the destruction, after the transition and the transformation, we get the renewal, we get the rebirth. So you may be reviewing some things from the past. It's time to head in a new direction. It's time to gain clarity, but I feel like, certain things of your life, are being resurrected or restored. Very nice card for a Scorpio reading. Let's get a clarifier on the Judgment card, please. Eight of Swords. And I feel like this is really, wow. I mean, this is setting you free, but you're the one setting yourself free. There could be certain outside elements that are helping to trigger this change, but I really mostly feel that this is coming from within because Scorpio is such an in-depth, very psychological, deeply emotional sign. And the Eight of Swords is, again, it's the opposite of empowerment. It's that feeling of not believing in yourself, having doubts about who you are, feeling helpless, feeling like you can't go forward. And it's really choosing to break free from it. Nobody else sets you free. Like, you do this yourself through your own purpose, your own power. And look at this. I mean, look at this. We've got, in the third card, we've got the ego, the devil. And again, look what's happening in the artwork on this is the chains are breaking, right? You're being set free, right? And to me, the devil card, that Capricorn card, this could, I know you've been going through stuff like with work, and this is a huge thing, right? Which is breaking free of negative energies, breaking free of, negative dynamics around employment or around the work world. Whew. Yeah, the illusion of being trapped. That's the same as the Eight of Swords. is that illusion of being trapped. But this is accepting, you know, a responsibility for any of your stuff and then making choices that support your path to happiness. This can be the end of unhealthy habits, not over worrying, not overworking yourself. This is incredible. And the Hierophant, yeah, because this to me is getting stronger, more stable, more grounded. It's that Taurus energy, right? Instead of getting into the worries and fears about, can I do it? Am I enough? You know, just, you know, round and round on that negative hamster wheel cycle. It's really getting into that deeper grounded energy and just devoting yourself to your own path in a positive way, in a way that paces yourself, right? Let's get an outcome card. Actually, let's start with the suggested approach and then the outcome card. Yes. I do feel, Tasha, there's just so much. There's so much here about releasing worries, releasing doubts. Oh my goodness, because you had that Eight of Swords in the center, suggested approach, Nine of Swords. So please do not let your worries, your fears, your doubts, or anxieties turn into actual negative manifestations. You may be feeling like you're dealing with a lot of stuff coming up, especially late at night, things that keep you from resting well. So it's very important for you to find ways to cope with your stress, to cope with overthinking, find ways to relax really well before you get to sleep at night. You know, for me, I have always struggled with insomnia. I've always had that, whether I'm worried about something or not. Like, I just, you know, like sometimes insomnia is just there. Like my mother, oh my God, my mom has it bad. Like she's always had that thing too. So yeah, like I have a lot of like nighttime bed rituals. I will drink, you know, chamomile tea or take melatonin, valerian root. You know, there's just different things. I have a little massage machine, you know, that I put on my back at night. That really helps relax me after I've been sitting up and doing a lot of work. You know, maybe taking a good sea salt bath. There's just different things that will help you to get in that restful place and put your mind at ease. Doing some meditation, listening to some sound therapy before you sleep, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, HW saying the same thing, going through periods of insomnia. Yeah, I think a lot of people go through it. And funny enough, I was just reading an article this week about how so many people are sleep deprived and don't get enough good quality rest, and how negatively it really affects our physical body. Like, we've got to get our sleep. We have got to get our sleep. So that's a big, you know, suggested advice for this week, Tasha, is that you do everything that you can to support a relaxed mind and body so that you can get the good rest that you need. Because I feel like you have a tendency this week to worry a lot. Like that's really coming through. So it's good to, you know, get in touch with that, work through that. Knight of Cups, right? I feel like in this case, with this way this is positioned, I feel that, you know, having a creative outlet would be really good for you. Like if you know, could write your thoughts down or, you know, listen to some music or play some music or paint a picture or just whatever it is that helps you to channel that creative spiritual energy out, that would help you a lot. It really would. That would be greatly healing for you. So let's get a potential outcome here for this week. How does this all come together? Yeah, it's time to let go of either negative people, negative habits. There's that Five of Swords, right? So you know, this to me, that is letting go of anything that's not for your best good, whether it's coming from yourself or from someone else. But to me, this, you know, the whole key word of this week is empowerment. And I really feel like that is the big choice. That is the big dynamic, Tasha, that's playing out for you this week. is between, you know, getting self-empowered, cultivating, you know, strong belief and trust in yourself, not allowing the worried mind to take you out of that, because you're going to be going back and forth with that this week. We all go through it. This is the human condition. That's called the human condition, right? But I feel like this is very strongly coming up for healing and breakthrough this week. Let's get a clarifier on the Five of Swords, please. Yeah, avoid people who lack integrity or have questionable motives. I love the message on that card. And we have the Six of Pentacles clarifying this, so I would only engage with people where there's a nice equal flow of energy and reciprocity. If you've got someone in your life that feels like an energy vampire, they probably are. Just listen to that. People that are really, you know, good for you, there's going to be a very nice feeling of equal give and take. You won't have to question, why is it that I'm doing all the work in this dynamic and they're not contributing at all, right? It's that equal balance. You know, you give a gift, you get a gift, right? And it's not a tit for tat energy. No, it's just, it's harmony. It's equilibrium. We always know if we're doing all the work in a relationship or a work dynamic. We always know that. Oh, nice cards on the bottom. Yes. Four of Swords. There it is. You got to take those breaks, those meditative rest. You don't have to fight that battle every minute of every day. And we do have the Five of Wands. So I do feel there's really that battle going on within the mind. You know, you might be feeling a lot of just that itchiness, you know, that conflict within that kind of just keeps us on edge. And so it's important for you to break free of that and take a break, man. Take as much rest as you can and really work to break through to self-belief, self-worth. Let me see if I can find I didn't have all my cards in line before I started these. I want to get an affirmation card. I always like to do affirmations. Let's see. I want my hero's journey. There you are. Love this deck. This one I've been using it a lot more lately because it's absolutely awesome. So let's please get one card for Tasha as an affirmation for her week. Nice. Yeah. Splendid torch, blaze brightly. This to me is definitely, it's like burning through all the worries, the fears, the nagging doubts, the insecurities, because to me this is a real fire energy, and fire energy is about enthusiasm, self-belief, taking on those stronger leadership roles, going out and getting what you want. It feels like just, you know, shining your light very brightly, you know, not living at the minimum. So yeah, turn it up, Tasha. It's the week to turn it up. Yeah, absolutely. This is a great read. These are in depth. They get in depth, I tell you. And thank you for the contribution, Silver Star. Was that for a session or was that just a donation? Let me know. Ah, good to hear, Marie. Oh, that's great. Good to see you there, Justin. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope things have been good. This has been it's been an intense week and weekend. I hope you're doing good. How's things been on your channel this week? Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Tasha. That was a great read. It really was. I liked that one a lot. That, to me, it's nice when they're like real clear like that. It's just, you know, it's tough stuff in some ways, but it's like really, and I think that we all fight with that kind of thing. Yeah, I saw that. I was just asking her if it was a donation or for a read or both. Oh, thank you, Silver Star. I appreciate that so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Marie. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Good to see you. Aw. How's your channel been? Yeah, kind of slow, Justin. It's definitely been a slower weekend here for me. I think that it's a combination of things. This summer, yeah, and things always do get slower in the summer. And it's also, I just think people are going through a lot. I really do. I think there's just a lot. And I also think people are kind of maybe getting out, taking some trips. I hope that's a nicer part of things. But yeah, I do. I feel like the energies this week, they've been very intense. And they're kind of gonna be this week ahead. Um, Not gonna lie, that's, we're just sort of in that astrologically right now. Um, a lot of it is that Sun Pluto opposition that we're all feeling. It's kind of a universal energy. I think Capricorns or Cancer, Libra, Aries, they're getting the brunt of that, especially for us later degrees like me. We're feeling it. 5 planets in retro. Yeah, that's also part of it, Marie, is that during the summer we have, it's like our retrograde season where all of our big outer planets go retrograde. Oh, that's good, Brenda. Yeah, pretty much the same here. Yeah, it's small ups, small downs. You know, main thing is just to be consistent. Just maintain consistency. That's the main thing. Is just keep on keeping on. Which is sometimes kind of hard, because life. Sometimes it's tough because life gets going. It gets doing. Um, I am looking forward to Leo season starting, though. I will say, I like it. I know, yeah, understandable, Kathleen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Hey, Blenda, good to see you, hon. How's it going? Did you want a mini read, or was that just a donation? Let me know. Yeah, I hear you, Silver Star. Oh, thanks, Marie. That was a slow night. It was a slow night that night. Junebug's been crazy this year, yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Lately, I just make sure I sleep as much as I possibly can. Like, that's really it. Like, if I need to sleep a whole bunch, I just don't even beat myself up. Like, I used to be like, oh, I shouldn't sleep so much, I should get up, blah, blah, blah. Um, but, yeah, no, lately I'm like, you know what? If I need to sleep, I need to sleep. I'm just gonna do it. My dad always used to say that. He's like, if you can get some sleep, get some sleep. He's like, don't think twice. Get some sleep. I'm like, yeah, sounds good. Oh, thanks, Marie. Just because. Oh, that's sweet of you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Oh, now that's funny. That's funny, Justin. You're gonna have to go get a CD player to play my CD. That's funny. You don't have one in your computer? I know that, like, I've got a disc drive in my computer. That's how I play CDs. I do actually have an old, like an older. Well, it's not super old, but it's, yeah, it's a CD player. It actually has a cassette player in it as well. Thank goodness. I still have the old cassettes. Um, Still sometimes use those for personal readings. Occasionally to record one. If somebody wants a tape, I'll do that. Um, so funny. Yeah. I hope you get to listen to it soon. I'm still somebody that likes to get CDs. I know, that's so crazy. Okay, yeah, sure, Blenda. Oh, yeah, you can play it in a DVD player. That's a good bit of advice, Marie. I didn't realize that. You can play like a music CD in a DVD player? Really? I'll have to try that. Yeah. That's cool, Marie. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Huh. I'm going to try that tonight. Yeah, Justin, I purchased a new computer this year, and I actually had to choose the option to get a disk drive on it. It does have one. They still do make them that way. But you have to choose it. Like if you're, going through the options when you're building up your yeah. Oh, I saw it, Gwen. Thanks. Yeah. No, they do still make computers with disk drives. Yeah, and they're kind of important. I mean, like, when you're doing music, especially for me, that's, a big thing is like it's really helpful to have a disk drive for collaboration, especially, or for pressing hard copy CDs. You kind of have to have it. Most things are digitally done now, but I love to have a disk drive in my computer because you can play a DVD, put a movie in there, music in there, upload your CDs to, your phone or your. I still have an old iPod. So funny, I know, right? Living in the past, Capricorn. Oh yeah. Okay, Blenda. I can't remember. Remind me of your astrological sign. Whatever you might know. Sun, moon, rising. If you want to throw that out there, I'll take that into the whole of the read. But I'm just gonna go ahead. Taurus. That's right. I remember that. Okay. Let's see what we've got for you. The Taurus reading was actually really good. Oh, that's right. You're that Capricorn moon. You're earthy girl. Ah, yes. I can relate to that. Oh, you and me both had the moon sign, the Capricorn moon. All right, let's see what we've got. Dear Spirit, guardians, ancestors, and guides. Let's see what we have for Blenda tonight for her week ahead. Let's see what kind of energies are around her regarding work, life in general. What's coming her way that she needs to be aware of for this week? Ooh, transformation. There you go. So trust in the transformative process this week. Some things are changing. Might be some old things being shed away and some new things being reborn. Very beautiful energy. I love that butterfly. Love the butterfly spirit on that. Perfect for our spirit animal night. Funny enough that came up. Because that is about rebirth. It is about, moving from one state of being to the next. Let's see what we have for you in your tarot. Yeah, ooh, definitely movement and new energy. Wow. Okay, so we're starting out with the Knight of Wands. So I do feel like you're starting your week out feeling like You want to get something moving. You want to get something going. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, so it definitely kind of has its eyes on the prize, knows where it wants to go. You might even be thinking about moving. You might be thinking about traveling. You might be thinking about physically actually going somewhere new and different. But it's really time to trust your instincts, stay focused, right? You might feel kind of restless. You just might feel kind of restless this week too, Blenda. Let's get a clarifier on this Knight of Wands for you. I think you're going to have a little bit of that balance, like between restlessness and stability. It's like on one hand, you want to go, go, go. And then on the other hand, you're like, no, I got to stay steady. I mean, that's real typical, you know, for earthy signs, you know. It can be challenging when we feel that restlessness. Wow. Okay, Blenda, this is fascinating. We've got the Seven of Pentacles on top of this. So there it is. There it is. And you're going to be blown away because the next card is also the Seven of Pentacles. I used 2 decks, and when we get a double up of one, you know it's a big message. So yeah, on one hand, it's like, I want to get going, I want to move, I want to go, I'm feeling restless. But on the other hand, it's like there's timing at play here. Things can't move any faster than they're gonna move, right? It's like when you plant a garden or you're cultivating a plant, it can only move so fast. It can only grow so quickly. We have to wait, we have to water it, we have to let it get enough sun. Ah! And there it is, the Seven of Pentacles again from the first deck in the center. So I do feel like it's, you know, it's a process though, right? It doesn't mean that things aren't moving. They're just moving slowly, right? They're just moving slower than we might like. And so it does require patience. Look at that. Look how that's playing into what's going on with you. Oh my gosh. Yes. So to me, it's like investments get rewarded in the future, the need for patience. It's a time for planning, letting go of unnecessary worries, right? Because you might be sitting there going, oh my gosh, you know, when is this gonna move? It's just doing the work each day, one day at a time, weeding the garden, making sure it's getting what it needs, and it'll get there. It'll get there, but it's a timing thing. It's a process. You might have already put a lot of work into it. You know, you might have already put a lot of work into it, right? And there it is. Like you said, you might be making some legal agreements or decisions. There's our Justice card, Libra energy. And to me, it's about balance too, right? It's balance. It's back and forth, right? Balance between 2 sides of your life. Balance between work and, you know, the heart. That's always a big thing, you know, social life and career life, you know, but to me, this is bringing in good balance, good contracts being signed, good agreements coming out of things that are fair for everybody. Yeah, the feels very positive. And then the outcome card of the week is the Magician. And so I feel like, yeah, this is that same as that transformation, new beginnings, you know. You really got to put your mind to it. This is really telling you you have what it takes. You have what it takes. Magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a successful manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. You know, the Magician is Mercury energy, and so it really puts its mind to things. It gathers all its resources, its knowledge, its heart, right? Its passion. You know, everything that it takes to bring something into manifestation, to create that kind of alchemy. Let me get a clarifier on top of this one. And Temperance. Yeah, there's a lot of balance. Notice these cards of balance. You know, we had the Justice, and now we've got the Temperance. To me, this is moderation, pacing yourself, right? 1 foot in the water of emotion, 1 foot on the earth of practicality and logic. I really do feel that balance going on for you right now. This is also Sagittarius energy as well. We had the Knight of Wands, which is Sag, and that again is travel. Travel and movement. Temperance is also that card that really tells you you're stronger than you know you are. It's really saying that any challenges you've gone through, any difficulties you faced have made you stronger. They've contributed to you being more resilient, more flexible, more capable of balance. These are great cards. And yes, I will respond to all the messages coming through as soon as I'm done with her read. Let's get a suggested approach on this for you. Yes, I do feel this, and this I guarantee is no small point of frustration. This is partly why you might feel like, oh, when is it just gonna like move? Because there's that hanged man, there's that awakening. This really does require you to release certain aspects or elements of your life. Sometimes it's simply releasing old attitudes or old feelings about something as well, right? It can be that temporary pause in the action for reflection and insight. You know, but there definitely is that release, right? It's a little bit of limbo, and you might feel like you're in a little bit of that limbo. It's like one thing hasn't completely finished or closed up, and one thing hasn't completely come to its new beginnings. So it really is, you're in that transformative cycle and process. Four of Swords. So don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. This is fine. It's fine. Four of Swords is really taking a break from the battle of life, right? And getting more rest, getting more meditation, getting more peace, giving yourself a little break, right? Do not beat yourself up if you feel like things are moving a little slowly or you're in between cycles and phases. It's perfectly fine and normal, and it's better to just be in a more reflective, easygoing state than fearing that you've just got to be on all the time and making everything happen. And that's important advice for an earth sign, especially a Capricorn moon, because we always think that we've got to be on, we've got to be in charge, we've got to be responsible for everything. And it's like, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. You need it. So let's get a suggested outcome. Let's see what we have got. I think my bug is back. I've got like a special little beetle friend out here that loves my candles. He gets very excited. Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is, to me, mental flexibility. You might have a lot of information, a lot of thoughts, a lot of things that you've got to research and review this week. Keep the mind flexible. That's Gemini energy, right? So communication is certainly important. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe idle gossip. That's another side message for that. There's our Eight of Wands. This is just a lot of Sagittarius energy at the Knight. You got Temperance, and now you got the Eight of Wands. I do feel like this is a week of rapid communication. I do. I feel like there's going to be a lot that's going on to mentally process and work through. And that's why you need that rest. That's why you need some of that relaxation around this. Yeah, and if you need to tune out, tune them out, right? Not all battles are worth fighting. Stand up for yourself. Put up good personal boundaries. If you need to delegate work to other people, do so. Absolutely. And let's get you an affirmation on this. Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome, Silver Star. Well, Mr. Bill, if you don't want to be here, you don't got to be here if you don't like it. Oh, I like this. Oh, this really speaks to me as well, to the Three of Pentacles. You're in great company. I love that. Pull back to propel forward. Wow. I just sometimes these like take the words right out of my mouth. They really do. Because that's exactly what that feels like. Because the Seven of Pentacles that came up twice feels like, you know, pulling back and just being patient and doing the work one day at a time. And then to, you know, pull back to propel forward is that, you know, Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands, Temperance, Magician. That's the propelment forward. And so it's like, yeah, I think, yeah, if you're gentle with yourself, patient with yourself right now, it's gonna actually make things move quicker, right? That's you know, many times a counterintuitive thing for us. You know, that's just for all of us really, is many times we feel like we're gonna make things happen by pushing harder or forcing it to be, you know, and that's just not the way it works. It's just not the way it works. Many times it's by pulling back, taking it a little easier. Yeah, that it starts to move it forward. And that can be tough. That can be tough, right? Because, you know, that's not the way we're wired. We think, oh, if we want to get something, we got to really push it. Sometimes, you know, that's necessary, but it's timing, right? It's timing. To me it is. It's timing, right? And when we fight divine timing, we're never going to get there very easily. You know, it's easy to get impatient, even for us goats. Thank you for that donation there. Let me write these down. Let me write you down. We had Blenda, now we got Brenda. I'm just going to write you all down so that we have... I really do want to have a Las Vegas Dragon meetup. I really do. Flights out there are cheap and like, yeah, hotels are not that expensive there. I would absolutely have a blast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be so much fun. I think a lot of people could get to that location from where they are. We have, yeah, it's a good central spot for a lot of folks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when we could do it. Maybe October? Is October a good month? Tarot strip poker. Hey, I'm not giving anyone my underwear. Hey, Sharon. Oh, good. Thank you. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. There's a couple places I'd really like to get to soon. There's a couple places I'd like to try to travel to before too long. There's some good ones around, you know, that are... Oh, Daisy's in Vegas. You know, one of our other members, Ethereal, she also goes by the name Pisces, Please. She's there too. She just moved there. Yeah, so we actually have a decent amount of members who are already living there, so it's kind of perfect. I just think it would be so much fun to have a meetup there. It would just be a blast. So Brenda, I'm ready for you whenever you want to put in your info, your question, and remind me of your astrological info if you would like to, like your sun, moon, rising, stuff like that. I think you just said general. Yes, we do. We have another Pisces in Vegas, Daisy. She just moved there. Excellent. Thank you, Brent. I thought you were Pisces. Yeah, we got a lot of fishies. We got a lot of fishies swimming through the chat tonight. There's my Pisces card. Look at that, the Mystic. Yeah. That's my Pisces babies right there. Oh my goodness. Imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathic, mystical, magical, dreamy, ephemeral, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional. There it is. All those qualities. Love those little cards. All right, so Brenda, let's go ahead and tap into your energy. Let's see what we've got for you. So, dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians and guides, all our ancestors, please show us what our dear Brenda needs to know tonight. She is a fellow tarot reader. And let's see what we've got coming out for her. What does she need to know for this week or whatever period of time she's looking at ahead? Ooh, the energy. Oh, this is interesting. I have to look at both. Look at that. So the first card coming out is forgiveness. And then the card on the bottom was reconciliation. Wow. So there could be something big coming up. There could be something big coming up here for you. Something to do with forgiveness, smoothing things over, coming back into peace with someone. Whatever that is, that's, to me, that's a very strong, like, combination there. Because it's like one kind of goes, they go hand in hand, you know, it's like forgiveness and reconciliation. It's a beautiful energy. Let's see. Silver Star, you're funny. Oh. All right, let's get some tarot on this. Wow. I'm just, this is an interesting reading, Brenda. In first card is our Queen of Swords. So I really feel like you may have very much cut someone or something out of your life. Something that wasn't good for you, someone that was not supportive of you. Very much pulled back your energy and just said, no, you're not bringing any mayhem, any chaos, any crap into my court, you know? She is Libra energy and she doesn't put up with a whole lot of nonsense. And very much focused on your own work and your own effort. Let's get a clarifier on this Queen of Swords. She's one of my favorites. I love the Queen of Swords. Four of Pentacles, yeah. I mean, this is really like you were just really playing it close to the chest. That's the immediate pass. This is where you're coming from. It's like just being really careful and protecting your heart, protecting your resources. Could have had to do with your resources. Could have been somebody even potentially that you either had gotten into business with or were thinking about getting into business with. That's, you know, got that connection there. To me, the Four of Pentacles is, yeah, it because it's that covering the heart with the pentacle, that it feels like, you know, it happened in that heart chakra, in that heart space. And it's also, to me, of course, a card of concern about scarcity or lack or getting taken advantage of, right? You know, that's what that card is very much concerned with. In the center, oh, that's tough. That's very tough, Brenna. No wonder this is coming up so much. In the center, we do have the Ace of Wands. So right now in the present energy, I feel very much that, like, this is bold, passionate new beginnings. This is like the hand of spirit giving you like a new lease on life in a lot of ways. Incredible vitality, enthusiasm, optimism. hope and joy, right? I love the Ace of Wands. I mean, it's just, to me, it's, you know, it's a good time to take action, to do what you're passionate about. Let me see what's clarifying this Ace of Wands, please. Eight of Cups, wow. And you're a tarot reader, so you know what these cards mean too, from your perspective as well. Eight of Cups is all about leaving behind those situations that are not emotionally or spiritually fulfilling, doing what's right for you, continuing your own life's journey, really listening to your intuition about it too, right? There's that movement forward. And like I always say, you know, forgiveness isn't for them, right? It's for you. It's for us. You know, we have to let it go so that we're not dragging around the negative energies. Going into the future, though, this is beautiful. Look at that, 10 of Cups. So I feel like, I mean, if you wanted to seek a reconciliation with this person, you may be able to. But that's only if you really want to, right? Yeah, yeah. So you got to do what's right for you. Either way, I feel like good outcomes are ahead, better times are ahead, because to me this is a beautiful card of those, you know, those emotional contentments, right? Leaving one thing behind to go towards something that is fulfilling and gives those beautiful outcomes. Trustworthy people, happy ever after kind of feeling, you know, just having that peace, having that contentment inside. People that you can trust, right? That's what that comes around that card. And I feel like, you know, it's definitely a decision, right? It's a decision. That doesn't happen just because we fell into it, you know. That happens because we made a choice to do what was right for us. Yeah, and the Tower. I just, wow. I mean, to me, you know, what the Tower is so much about is a Mars energy, right? And it can be those shocking transformations and changes, but more often to me, what it is about having a good new foundation. And if a foundation wasn't solid, then it was meant to come down, right? And so what I feel, especially because of the placement and the way that this trajectory plays out in this read, is I feel very much that you're rebuilding your foundation with this in your focus, right? With this 10 of Cups in your focus. It's like, yeah, I need to build a nice new foundation, with a feeling that I want to have better solid commitments, better emotional stability and transparency in my relationships. But yeah, the Tower can be those shocking changes. It can be. That just blindsides you. I've been through it. I think we all have. I think we've all been through that in some way, shape, or form. I've unfortunately certainly had people who I thought were really good friends totally flip on me. Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda. Yeah. That's a little bit of something of the Pisces experience too. You know, I have Venus in Pisces. I'm an honorary Pisces. I have a lot of planets in my 12th house, and yeah. We want to see the best in other people, and we tend to give till it bleeds. I've definitely learned a lot of lessons around that, but it's still a thing. It's still an urge, right? Because Pisces people love to give. They love to give, and they love to heal, and they love to help. And I mean, that's partly what makes us good at what we do, right? I mean, it's because we intuit things, and yeah. Let's get a suggested approach around this. There it is. I mean, there's that Knight of Wands. That's moving it forward, you know. Don't let things slow you down too much. You know, stay focused on the positives. Stay focused on what it is that you want. Stay motivated. All that good stuff. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, this is really to stay more grounded and get very committed to your own spiritual path, your own spiritual growth and grounding, because the Hierophant it's that real powerful, it's that high priest, high priestess energy, right? It really is. And so it's to me, it's Taurus, so it's very grounded. Oh, I'm sure, Brenda, because, people get used to thinking you're just going to always be there. And then if you're suddenly not, they're like, hey, what? Yeah. Yeah. But it's because you finally put your feet down. You finally enforced your boundaries. And to me, the Hierophant does have some very clear boundaries, right? It's like, if you treat me right, you can get the keys to the kingdom. But if you don't, that door isn't necessarily going to open for you. And, to me, the Hierophant is a card of devotion. It really is. Whether it's devotion to a marriage, to your own self, to your spiritual life path, it's all those things. So I do feel like this is moving that forward, right? And you're in that place of continuing to move forward, right? It's like you haven't stayed stagnant. But it's interesting that this is what's kind of coming up in this reading. We just went into it and dove right in, and here's what came up. Let's get a potential outcome on this. Ace of Swords, very nice card. Can be a little bit of a sharp card too, just like the Queen of Swords. It can be those, that successful cutting of certain elements out of your life. Big mental clarity, huge gift of spirit. Because right in the center, you got two aces on this. You got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Big, bold, new beginnings, new vitality returning, and also new clarity. And I feel like that's so important for Pisces folks, because it is easy for Pisces energy to get confused, for lines and boundaries to get blurred. And so I feel like the Ace of Swords comes in and really clarifies situations. Yeah. It's a great card of victory. I also feel like there's a lot of protective energy from the Ace of Swords. It feels like Archangel Michael's energy, right? You really you had to emotionally detach quite a bit. You really had to emotionally detach. That's a big part of that air energy too that comes from the swords, right? High Priestess on top of this, I think is very interesting. We just talked about the Hierophant being the High Priest energy, right? High Priest and High Priestess both on this read for you. Yeah, there you go, Brenda. There you go. To me, that's using your intuition. And, both of those, like I said, they don't offer up their heart or their, secret knowledge or their energy just to anybody, right? So I feel like that's a big part of what this has brought through in just life lessons and spiritual growth, is that you're going, yeah, I gotta honor myself a little more here, maybe a lot more, and just realize that not everyone gets to access that part of my life. On the bottom, we have the Temperance card, same as the Balance in this deck. And so, that's, to me, resilience, because Temperance is all about, when you temper steel, you add impurities to the metal to make it stronger, right? To make it, more resilient. And that's, to me, what the Temperance card very much speaks to, is that, the challenges and these painful situations and difficulties of life have actually made you so much stronger. Yeah, no, I think in a lot of ways, it's taken time, and you're still processing this a little bit, but I feel like in a way you're kind of coming to like the full cycle of it, right? I feel like that's very much what's going on. Yeah, I mean, look at that Five of Cups, because this was a major heartache, major disappointment. You've had to grieve this loss, right? You've had to grieve that thing that hurts so bad. Yeah. Right? There you go. But not all is lost, right? It brings its lessons. It's the things that you need to get out of it, because the Two of Cups behind you are still standing. Yeah. Let's get an affirmation on this. This was quite the powerful read, Brenda. It really was. There's a lot coming out. Yeah, I feel that very much. Time for a quantum leap. I feel like, you know, there's going to be some kind of big advancement forward from this. I feel like a lot of the tertiary, you know, processing has happened. That's what it feels like. So yeah, prepare for a makeover. Yeah, prepare for something big that's going to happen, right? You know, prepare for going to a next level in some area, you know. And I tell you, Brenda, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I feel like I've experienced more than my share of that in life. I've had a lot of, you know, women that I just thought I could trust, thought were great people, really, you know, opened up to them, spent a lot of time getting to know them, all that stuff, and then just knives in the back. That kind of thing. I'm much more careful about letting people in and getting to know them and all that kind of stuff, and how much time I, you know, give. And it's like, you don't want to have to be that way, but you kind of do. You kind of do have to be able protective of your energy and of your heart and your time and all that. Yeah, I don't understand what that is. I've had some major letdowns. I really have. And some of them still kind of hurt, you know, when I think about them. It's like, oh man, you know, what was that? It's just bizarre sometimes. Just truly bizarre. And all I can say is that, you know, when you go through that, it's so important to remember. I know it's hard. I know it's hard because it feels really personal. But it's so important that no matter what the relationship is, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, whatever it is, you have to remember that it's their issue projecting out onto you. You just got to remember that. And it's not that you're necessarily like something wrong with you or you're so bad or something like that. They would unfortunately do that with anyone. You know, they would. And it's like, you have to remember that it's their issue, not yours, even though it feels very personally motivated. It's actually not. And so, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. So, wow. That's very much what it is. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I hear you, Silver Star. Yeah. Yep. I feel you, babe. Yeah, sometimes it's just you can't even understand like where these things happen or where they come from. You're just like, oh, okay. Right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I feel like a lot of times people, they don't know how to cope with their own emotions or their own emotional process, and so they either shut down or they explode. And you know, so much can be worked through with just good communication, but a lot of people unfortunately don't know how to. You know, they're just not there yet. Yeah, we should have a Zoom meeting sometime. Yeah, that's a good summarization, Silver Star. That's a very good summary. Oh my word. So if anyone else wants to put in a donation for a question, just let me know. I'm finished with my list for now. I'll give it a few more minutes to see if anyone else wants to get get in here. If not, I will wrap it up and go fix myself a dinner. Dragons always get very excited about fixing dinner. And yeah, I would totally love to have a, aw, thank you. You're such a sweetheart, Brenda. And anyone that hasn't followed Brenda yet, she is a really great tarot reader as well. And she does have a channel on YouTube. That's how we first connected. So yeah, but we've definitely got to make some plans for some of our folks, for our long time and awesome members here, you know, to get we should do either a Zoom meeting or something, or at least, yeah, at least a Zoom meeting, and maybe potentially plan a Las Vegas dragon meetup. I think that would just be beyond. It would be so much fun. Get everybody together. And the rain's coming again. Yeah, it's been off and on. It's definitely, it's come back around. But I will be, oh, nasty women. Aww. Aww. Let's get some, let me get my cards for that, because I definitely have like good cards for messages from spirit. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a toughie, Sharon, I know. Boy, yeah. Hey, Nancy, good to see ya. Let me grab a couple other card decks for this too. Yeah. Maybe some angels on this too. I feel like there's a lot of different things I like to work with when I do spirit messages like that. Yeah, this feels good. This feels like a good collection here. Anniversary. It's been 15 years. Oh gosh. Wow. Whew. Yeah. Oh, hon. Let's see what we've got. He's definitely like a guardian angel kind of energy for you. I already feel that. Real guardian kind of spirit. Let's see what we've got. Dear angels, dear guardians, let's see what we have coming through from Jordan for Sharon tonight. Let's see what's coming up for him and her. What messages would he like to send to her? What would he like for her to know most? this is great. Okay, so the first message coming through is changes can bring you new life and energy. We will hold your hand. So I know that you've been going through, big transformations, big changes on the horizon. And he's really saying, like, I'm here. Don't worry. We got this. Like, yeah, there's this real support feeling. Um, the next message here is hold us in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declutter. So if you need to let go of some things or you need to clear some things out, you've got the okay for that. Like if you just, if there's certain things that you've got to release or move through, it's totally okay. Totally understandable. And then the third message is, have you laughed today? Find your joy and lift your soul. So he wants you to laugh more. He wants you to feel happy. Don't feel sad when you're thinking about him. That's a big one. That is a big message. I get that from my dad all the time. Like he's just like, because it's easy to get like, oh, I think about him and it's like I get all tearful or get, oh, I miss you. And I always get that like, Ariel, don't you be crying over me. They always want us to be in a good, positive alignment. A big reason for that is partly a little bit, even though they're in spirit, they still do have a little bit of selfish motivation there. And part of it is because when you're in a higher vibration, they can connect with you easier. When you're more down, it's harder to connect, right? So that's why they want us to stay in that higher vibration, because it's easier for them to come through. Because they're in a high vibration, right? And so that's, to me, that's always a thing. That's always a thing. They want us to be happy. They want us to be joyful. They want us to be happy and silly and all of that. Like, that's really important to them. I really do feel like this guardian angel energy from him. So I'm going to use my my guardian angel cards. I'm just going to pull one of these to see what kind of guardian energy he's bringing through for you. Because I really like immediately, like when I kind of focused on his vibe, it was like, oh, he's like a protective spirit for you. Wow, look at that angel of comfort. There you go. Yeah, he's really like this spirit of comfort, like helping to ease transitions, helping to bring, soothing to your soul and your heart when you're feeling kind of down. Yeah, like it's funny because what I feel is it's like whenever you're having a hard time, he really wants to be there for you. It's like, and it's funny because like in the Earth Walk, you were the mom and he was the son, but I feel almost like its roles are almost reversed in the spirit world. It's almost like he's being that parental figure, almost like comforting you. I think it's really a fabulous dynamic. Let me pull. I'm also going to do one card from the Hidden Worlds. I love this deck, the Hidden Worlds card. Because I want to see what kind of realm, that he is coming from. What kind of energetic space in the astral that he's working from. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my goodness, I'm getting it all over. Woo! Wow. And my little beetle friend started just fluttering like crazy outside my window as soon as I felt that too. I'm just saying. Sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. Wow. So this is like, very important work. I would say so. Oh my word. Not only is he on a sacred journey, but I think he's helping you and others to go find their truth, to find their wisdom, to find their true path in life, like to ascend a little higher, right? It's about seeking. It's about self-awareness, self-knowledge, self-understanding. Wow, that's powerful. I love the art on this too. That's so beautiful. But that's very much the, and he might have been kind of a little bit more introverted, thoughtful. You know, someone's kind of a thoughtful person. You know, really thought about things on a higher level, processed things on a higher level. Maybe sometimes a bit shy because there's a lot going on within, you know, more of an introvert kind of energy. And this could be, you know, his energy could be the kind of energy that really helps people that are more introverted and think deeply. Yeah. Wow, these are beautiful. These cards are great. I liked on the bottom too. On the bottom of this deck was healing the earth. Look at that. Healing the earth, and that's such a huge thing, right? That's a huge thing, right? That's something that a lot of spiritual beings on all levels are really focused on right now, is connecting and healing Gaia. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to pull into the Feathered Omens deck. I haven't pulled this one out in a minute, but I love this deck. It is birds, my messenger birds. But I always feel, you know, with again, you know, that's why, you know, the connection of angels, connection of birds, you know, they're the messengers of the air. Feathers many times can be signs. Yeah. That's funny, Sharon. So I'm gonna pull some bird messengers for you from him. See which one of our little birdie friends are coming through. Oh, I love it. I love all of these. One of my personal favorites here is the chickadee. Discover and express the truth. So little chickadees might be speaking to you. They are so fun, so cute, so curious. They're great little birds. I just love them. They're like great little spiritual messengers. Next is the raven, which I feel is very magical, you know, very much that walking that spiritual path, connected to shamans, connected to, you know, both the destruction and creation, right? Things are shape-shifting. So I do feel like there's a lot of magic coming through from him and sort of being passed on to you. Interestingly enough, you know, we just did our spirit animal readings, and on that Arc Tarot deck, they use the raven for the magician card. So to me it's that powerful alchemist, right? There's that, I love crows and ravens, love corvids. And then number 3 is our woodpecker, which I love little woodpeckers. I get a lot of them at my feeders. So new rhythm is developing, right? So I do feel like your life is kind of repatterning, and he's definitely helping you with this. Yeah, that's a big thing. So stay open, stay curious. You know, chickadees have that real curiosity about them. Ravens have that deep magic, that deep, you know, creative ability, transformative ability, and woodpecker energy. Yeah, it's about, you know, creating a new pattern, creating a new beat for your life. On the bottom, we had the dove, you know, and the dove is to me about, yeah, it says new cycles of opportunities, but to me, of course, the universal thing with doves is peace and the connection to divine spirit. These are all so nice. I love my chickadees, though, I have to admit. They are just, oh my word. I've had them have eggs and hatch right outside. I've put nest boxes out there. Oh, I love them. I love my little chickadees. Chickadee, chickadee, chick. I've actually gotten to hold a baby chickadee. Oh, is it blended? Is the state bird there? I think there's maybe 1 or 2 states that have the chickadee, and I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that have the cardinal, because we get a lot of those too. But I tell you, chickadees, they're just special. They're so friendly and fearless. They just aren't afraid at all. I picked him. There was a chickadee that fledged out of my nest box, and I happened to be there when it happened, and so I just couldn't help myself. I reached down on the ground because he kind of flapped out, you know, when they fledge, and they can't fly like real strong at first. And I scooped him up, and I just looked at him. That little chickadee, he was not scared. He felt, he was so tiny. Like, it's like I said, it was like a little warm tea bag. That's what, that's what he felt like. And he just looked at me, just kind of serious, like, oh, okay, hi, how are you doing? And he wasn't afraid at all of me at all. And I just put him back down and let the parents take over. It was just so funny. It was so cute. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Those little eyes just kind of looking at me like, "Are you my new bird? Are you my big birdie?" They are precious. They are just So let me get also, I'm just going to pull a few tarot cards on this for you, Sharon. But those cards were great. I really liked all those oracular cards. Those to me are like what I really like to pull when I do those kind of spiritual messages. So Jordan, anything you want your mom to know through the tarot, you can weigh on in right now. The forum is open for you. Wow, he's bringing you the good stuff. I feel so good with this. Like warm, positive. First card that came out was the Sun. To me, the most positive card in the tarot. That's what comes up first. I'm just blown away by that because to me that's, again, like he really is, there's this big focus on positivity. Yeah. You know, and it's kind of funny because it's like the sun and he's your son. I'm just saying. It's the sun and the sun. Very strong, warm energy. Really, really positive. Then we've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. King of Cups and Queen of Cups. So to me, that's a power couple for one thing. Cancer and Scorpio energy, you know? It's really the compassion, the kindness, the empathic, intuitive connection and relationship. And of course, you know, what I feel with this is it's like, you know, this doesn't have to be a romantic couple. Like, this could very much be you and him, right? I just feel it. I feel that. It's like, there's that real, like, he's like a counselor. He's like a counselor. That's what I feel. Like, both of you back and forth. It's like you both give that intuitive energy to each other. But this is a beautiful relationship. This is a absolutely powerful one. And it almost feels like it became even stronger in the spiritual world. Like, it became very strong in the spirit life, right? And you know, it's that way. It's that way, right? You know, that's how I feel like with my dad, you know, is that it's almost like as much as I miss his physical presence, which is tremendous because he was such a he was such a guy. He was hilarious. He was like the best. But there is a specific and certain strength and a different dynamic that comes out when they're in that spiritual world, as you know. And boy, with you two, this is like so strong, so strong. That's a beautiful bond that you have. Such a beautiful bond. It really is. And it has real world manifestations in it too. On the bottom is the King of Pentacles. So it does have real world manifestations as well. It's nice. Yeah. That's just great messages. That's just great messages. I am going to pull one affirmation for you too. I love that that king and queen came out at the same time. I love that that king and queen came out together. That to me just feels like such a soul bond. And that's, you know, to me the most intuitive pairing, you know, because it's the cups. The most intuitive spiritual pairing. Aww. Oh, look at that. You've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. He just wants to give you so much love and positivity. Oh my gosh. And I love what's on the bottom here. I feel like this almost reflects the cards that came out in the tarot. On the bottom, whale of a time, and you are a Pisces, and a whale is a big fishy. Even though they're not technically a fish, they still feel like a fish. Your charge is to enlarge. Ooh, time to expand. Time to grow beyond. Oh yeah, like he wants big good stuff for you. Very nice balance between like that very intuitive, empathic, the water energy, and then that very solar, like positive, upbeat, happy, like, you know, fire energy. You say it was a Taurus? Yeah, Taurus folks. There's this, well, you know, Taurus, the King of Pentacles is my Taurus king. Yeah, there he is. He was in there. His own energy, he put it in there. Wow. That's why I love this. Wicked sense of humor, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, my dad's like that too. He'll say all kinds of stuff to me in my dreams or in just everyday life, like, oh man. The kind of stuff he'll say, I'm like, ah, Dad! His humor definitely rubbed off on me. I very much have, like, his laugh and his thing. Yeah, Pisces, Cancers, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It's a real nice dynamic. Aw, that's sweet, Marie. Yeah, they're good at that. Okay, let's see who we had. We had two folks put in a contribution. Hey there, Thomas, Carol. Let me write you down. And then we had Cynthia Nino jump in, so we'll do them too. All right. Oh, that's funny. That's fabulous. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Sounds like you and I've got a couple of very entertaining spiritual friends on the other side, Sharon. Oh my goodness. Sounds like we've definitely got some personalities hanging out. My dad's probably hanging out with him. My dad is hanging out with Jordan. Oh my goodness. My dad it would be so funny, like when he was working, and he would have sometimes long drives home because he would work, you know, maybe 40 minutes, an hour away sometimes, and he would play the radio coming back home, and he would get like stuck on certain songs. Maybe they'd just be playing it a little more often on the radio or something, and he would come in just cracking us up. What was it, that one? He'd come in and he'd go, "Wild Thing, I think I love you, but I need to know for sure." And he was like, Why does he, what's to figure out? He's like, why does he need to know for sure? What the heck is that? And he would like critique the song and I think my dad coming in and singing Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, the Cher song, that one, that was really funny when he would come in singing something like that. I was like, Dad, you were too funny. And my dad could not sing. He was very tone deaf, which made it really, really funny. He was not like me. I have like really good pitch. My dad did not. So it made it even funnier when he would try to sing. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. We hear it from the people in the town. I was like, Dad. He's like, they keep playing that song. Oh my goodness. All right, so Thomas, I'm going to scroll back just a sec for your question. Kristen, keep blocking me on Instagram. All right, well, let's see what we got. Let's see what comes out. We're going to check it out. See what we got for this. For Thomas Carroll, not sure if it's a romantic situation, friendship situation, but we will see. We will see what comes out. But if somebody is blocking you, I wouldn't keep knocking on the door. I hate to say it, and I know that's hard to hear in a lot of cases. But if somebody got their door closed and they don't want to open it, it's not going to get better by you knocking on it. I'll tell you that. That's my own sense about things always. As hard as that can be to just let somebody alone and let them be, sometimes that's the best course of action is no action. Takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of self-discipline. It really does. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guiding guardians, ancestors, please let's see what we have for Thomas Carroll about his question with this person, Kristen. Why is she blocking him? All right, so love is coming up as the key word here. If this was someone that maybe you were romantically interested in, maybe they're interested in someone else and they no longer want to be pursued. Maybe they do have feelings, but they're just shutting them off. Maybe they're overwhelmed by their feelings, etc. We're going to get some deeper messages on this, but love is the crux of the situation here. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I do feel like, I mean, there might have been something dramatic or difficult in the past, right? There might have been an argument or some kind of conflict. Maybe they felt like you were, you know, hanging on too hard, or maybe they felt kind of controlled or inhibited one way or the other. This is the same as the Devil card here. That is in the immediate past position. And maybe there was something unhealthy about the dynamic of the relationship or the communication that was going on. And Eight of Pentacles. There also could be, you know, work getting in the way. That's part of it too. And this is coming up as something, you know, Capricorn energy and Eight of Pentacles together can sometimes be a workaholic energy. And you could take this in a couple of different directions. You could take this as, you know, maybe they were working so much and they were getting distracted by, you know, your messages or communication with you. And they felt like, no, I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing here one day at a time. And maybe that's why this is a possibility as well. In the center is the Six of Swords. I do feel like this person has backed off because they felt like this was a lot of drama. I'm just, you know, I know this may not be what you want to hear, but this is what's coming out. And it may be that you need to back off too, because this can be that dramatic energy and letting go of it. The Six of Swords is really making that decision to go in a new direction and leave behind drama, difficulty, chaos, arguments, conflicts, etc. To me, it is a good card in a lot of ways because it really kind of says the end of challenging times. If this is something that's been very frustrating or painful to you, you may be choosing to move away from it as well, right? Because it just wasn't healthy or wasn't good for you. Three of Pentacles, you know, some readers will call this like a third party situation. I usually don't put that connection with this card because that is not one of the traditional interpretations of it. But for some people, it could be. You know, for some people, it could be. And it might be in this situation. There might be somebody else in the picture. There could be. And it's like, do you really want to be in a situation like that where there's more than one person at play, right? The other thing that I would say, you know, the more traditional and what I usually say about the Three of Pentacles is that this is a collaborative effort, a community effort. And this may be somebody that you had either worked with or had met through, you know, a joint community of some kind. And that was the connection that you initially had or shared. But going into the immediate future, we've got the Hermit card. So this is definitely somebody that I feel kind of wants to be left alone. Like this is just like, don't keep pursuing this because they're doing their own thing. They're you know, withdrawing within to themselves. If they want to talk to you, they will. That's really how I feel with the Hermit card. And I would also say that it's important to, yes, focus on yourself, focus on your own healing, your own sense of self-worth, your own truth, and what is right for you, because the Hermit is all about powerful self-awareness, powerful self-healing, you know, journey of self-discovery. Oh, yeah. I really do feel like if this person wants to talk to you, they will. Like, that's how it feels. But it's not going to get better by, like, chasing them down. That's... it's like you got to let them come to you. There's the Magician card on top of this. So to me, it's really about creating a new set of experiences. This is manifestation and alchemy. Taking all the abilities that you have and really creating something new in your life, something that's hopefully better, healthier. That's overall what I feel, is that there was maybe something not so healthy about this connection. It might have been bringing a lot of chaos, drama, gossip. Could have been somebody that caused, you know, something, maybe even somebody that said something to them that they believed, whether it was true or not, that caused a rift. You know, those are the things that come out of cards like this. Let me get into a suggested approach. Yeah, I would say time to head in a new direction. You know, Two of Wands is all about new direction, new opportunities opening up. I honestly wouldn't dwell on this too much. I'd really kind of let it go. I would for now. And if they want to circle back and talk to you in the future, they'll do it, right? But it's not going to happen because you begged or bothered or badgered. It never works that way anyway. We know this, guys. We know this, guys and gals. We know this. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I shouldn't laugh, but I can't help it. I go through it myself. Yeah, definitely. I would just close this chapter if at all possible for yourself. You know, just get your own peace of mind. Don't overanalyze or over worry it, right? Because the World card to me is powerful endings and beginnings. I think it's actually probably in your better interest that this closed, or that things are temporarily on hold, if that's what it is. Let's get a potential outcome here. Yeah. And I know this is disappointing. I definitely feel that. Like, this is, you know, you're going to have to just work through this, right? It's a disappointment. It's a letdown. There's that Three of Swords. But it's going to heal with time, right? It's going to heal with time. It's, you know, right now it's letting go of the past. This is personal growth that comes from challenges. And like I said, you know, if this person wants to reconnect, they will, but it's not going to happen if you hunt them down, because right now I feel like they're heading in a different direction. So yeah, I would say that this is, yeah. So the Emperor on top of this, you know, is self-love, self-worth, embracing, you know, your own energy, your own identity as you heal through this. I think you'll become stronger as a result. I think you become much, much stronger. And setting yourself free from excessive thoughts, worries, fears. Don't get into a place where you beat yourself up thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not this enough. Oh, I've been rejected. Blah, 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 blah. You know, most of the time it has very little to do with you and what's going on with them. So don't take it too personally. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. Yeah, discover your superpower, access 100% of your personal mojo. Yeah, it's important for you to start pulling into what makes you happy, positive, full of good energy, right? There's something that wasn't healthy about this dynamic, you know. So that's why I think it's, at least for now, I would let this one go. I would let this one go. I think there's better new things to ascend to. All right. Okay, Cynthia, I am ready for you whenever you are. If you want to put your question in. Cynthia, I'm gonna hold up the dragon here for you as we start our next read. Okay. Oh, no problem. No problem, Gwen. Okay, yeah, let's I'm gonna do some similar kind of read a little bit, a few of the same cards that we pulled. And this'll be the last read of the night. So if anybody else jumps in here, we'll bump them to the next live. I was gonna wrap this up with Cynthia's, and that'll be it for this evening. Because I don't want to keep my moderators up all night long. And my dragon stomach is gonna start growling in earnest. That's the other thing that's gonna happen. Because when I get hungry, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, so dear ancestors, Cynthia Nino is here to talk with us. She would like any information from her spirit guides, her guardians, her ancestors, her personal angels, anything that you all would like to tell her. See what we have got coming through. Aww, that's nice. These are like real empowerment messages, real personal empowerment type messages. So the first one that's coming out is believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. I like that. The next one is make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Oh, these are so good. And then number 3, I love the bright red of this. Tune into the rhythm of nature. Let us connect together there. So this is definitely a message of getting more time outdoors, getting more time in nature. That's really going to help you connect even deeper to your ancestors and to your guides. Yeah. But there's really like to me, this is a message of self-empowerment. Like, you can have what you want. You can go for what you need. Believe in yourself because we believe in you, right? And on the bottom of the deck, I just had to pull this one as well. Stand up for what you know is right. We are supporting you. So this is a real feeling of like, believe in yourself, speak up for yourself, be strong within your energy. We've got your back. Yeah, we're supporting that action. So anything that's, you know, that's good for you is really coming through. That's nice. So let's get some tarot. I'm gonna let me get a keyword on this to see what kind of energy they're bringing in around you. Thanks, Silver Star. Appreciate that, hun. And thank you so much, Gwen, for your help tonight as well. And Krista, we've Jacqueline popped in too. We've had a lot of good moderators in here tonight. There's really like, this is an interesting thing. Oh my goodness. So Cynthia, manifestation, the key word that came out as well. I really feel like there's just, they are really like encouraging you to keep going. Don't give up on something. It's like you're within grasp of realizing something, manifesting something into your life that you've really wanted to create for a while. Like they're just like saying, be bold, take the action. This card reminds me of the Magician too a little bit, because it's like that alchemy. It's like you have all the gifts, you have what you need, right? Even if maybe you don't see it. Like they're really saying, like, you have what you need to make this happen. Wow. Let's get some tarot into this. Yeah. It feels like both, like potentially both work and love are both in the offing. Like that's what it feels like. We've got the 5 of Wands first out. So the 5 of Wands, you know, always speaks to those conflicts that happen within ourselves, sometimes with others. And so this is encouraging you to walk away from dramatic situations unless it's really worth your time, right? But then stand up for yourself. To me, 5 of Wands is empowering. It's like, stand up for yourself. And that message is coming through quite a bit here. It's like, stand up for yourself, especially if you know that you're in the right and if it's something that's definitely worth fighting for. Wow. And it really is on these tangible levels. It really is. Like, Ace of Pentacles, you know, to me, it's the hand of spirit giving us a manifest gift, you know, whether it's financial, you know, something that's very supportive to us, something that happens within a home environment, feeling more grounded, more solid within ourselves, just having that sense of abundance, right? And not worrying so much about that. But it's really like standing up for yourself on this very fundamental and foundational level. I feel like a lot of it too is like really standing up for your personal values, like what really matters to you, and just be like, I am not budging on that. That is important to me. That's not going to change, right? And we all have those things about ourselves that are very important to us that just aren't going to change, and those are the things they want you to stand up for. Is like what's really your core value system. Um, Getting paid what you're worth, getting what's due to you. That's part of it too, a little bit. Right in the center, the Four of Pentacles is here. So again, you know, it's like I feel like they're really encouraging you, yes, to manage your resources wisely, but also to not get too caught into worry or fear of scarcity or not having enough. That's what I feel like they really, you know, they don't want you living at the minimum. They don't want you to be constantly worried about that kind of thing. They want you to know that you have what it takes to manifest what you need into the world. Powerful message. It's a really strong feeling I'm getting too. It's just, yeah. See, look at that. There it is. The card of wish fulfillment is the Nine of Cups, right? It's not quite the 10 yet, but it's going in that direction, right? So I feel like it's very much in the works. And it's also, to me, the Nine of Cups is like saying, don't get complacent about it and don't get fearful about it. Stay proactive, one day at a time. You're gonna get there if you keep at it. And then, you know, on the third card, we have the Two of Cups. To me, this is building better relationships, whether they're friendships, family connections, romantic situations. I feel like there's a lot of heart healing as well in that card. There really is. So I feel like that's something that's coming into this message as well. It's not all just about money or resources. It's also about having that heart healing and, you know, bringing better people into your life. Yeah, because because you're doing what's right for you. Right? There's that hermit, you know, that's that like guiding star and that lantern, you know, following your own personal truth and what's right for you. And this to me is also saying it's like the best relationships in your life come in as a result of having gotten to know yourself and what works for you in a very true and real way, right? And having happiness no matter whether you're with somebody or whether you're with yourself. You know, to me that's enjoying your own company and the company of others as well. And I also feel like they're letting you know that there's a lot coming in. You're going to have to make some decisions. You're going to have to sort through some information. There's going to be a lot on your plate. There's going to be a lot on your plate. I just feel that. That's a very supportive, encouraging energy that's coming through with them on this read. So let's get you an affirmation. There it is. Say yes to your higher calling. I mean, they really want you to keep going up, higher, ascend further, be a human exclamation mark. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I can see that, Cynthia. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, don't turn down those opportunities to go up. Look at this on the bottom. Stand up and be recognized. Oh my goodness. You're the inspiration you've been looking for. That's really saying you've got what it takes within, right? You've got what it takes. You don't have to look for it outside of yourself, right? You've got what it takes within you. Very encouraging, very empowering. They really want you to believe in yourself. That's very strong message coming out there. Time to manifest your new life. All right, my darlings. Well, have a wonderful night, y'all. Thank you so much, as always, for making it a wonderful one. You guys are the best. And I will be seeing you soon. I will be working on full moon readings this week. Getting those together. We got our full moon in Aquarius coming up next week. So we're getting ready for that. And, right? Yeah. Not a bad idea there, Cynthia. I would go for it. Yeah. Anything that you think would be helpful for putting yourself out there, I would totally do it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Daisy. Thanks, little Pisces folks. We had a lot of good Pisces energy in here tonight. It was really good. Aw, same back at you, Daisy. It's a group effort. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Remember to stay peaceful this week. Remember to stay balanced because the energies are intense. So just take it easy, one step at a time. Don't push yourself or others too hard. That's my big advice for this week ahead. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, and I will see you again very soon.